Hello, everybody, and welcome to this is the alpha build for the One Ring that we are doing tonight. The game that just hit Kickstarter yesterday and was funded within minutes. We are going to show you, or the makers of this game, the people behind the scenes, really want to show off what they've been working on and let you see exactly what this game's all about. So keep in mind, this is the alpha build. Things can and will change from what you see tonight. So don't hold us to that this is the final game. So I just want to make a point of saying that. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here tonight. We are very excited to show off the One Ring second edition, the current build. And hopefully, not hopefully, we know we're going to have a good time tonight. What we will do is I'm going to go around. I'll let everybody introduce their characters. And as we play, I'll kind of describe how the game works, the mechanics and everything. We've gone over things behind the scenes. So these wonderful people have a pretty good idea of how everything works and functions, and I'll walk every one of you through it as we play through the game. One of the things, or the big thing, that the developers really want to show tonight is the three pillars, or the heroic adventure, as they call it. And there's three phases to this game, and it's the council, it's the journey, and it's combat. So we're going to touch on all three of those pillars of the heroic adventure tonight for all of you, to give you a good idea of what you can expect in the One Ring. So without further ado, let's get to know our little fellowship here. Jen, welcome. Can you tell us about Kelda?
Yeah, so Kelda is a barding champion. So she's a little weird, super optimistic, really doesn't want to fight anybody, but then whenever it seems like fighting is the only option, she kind of gets a little she-hulky and goes into a bit of a melee rage, and doesn't understand why people keep kicking her out of their towns. So she's just been wandering. She's been wandering around Middle Earth. So that's who Kelda is.
That's right. So I'll also jump in here. There are rules once you finish character creation to kind of build your fellowship, and there are mechanics around that. We're not doing that tonight for the sake of time, but there you do part of character creation is building in a whole reason and purpose why the five of you are traveling together, being all different folks from different areas of Middle Earth and such.
Mine is rejection. That's my reason.
Rejection. That's harsh.
It's just pure rejection.
All right. I can work with
Mine
that.
is rejecting people.
Gus the rejector. Jeff, can you tell us about... Do I have Rufus on there? Did I?
Yeah, that's okay. We go with that.
Rufus.
We go
All
with
right.
One. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Earlier draft.
Your name might be different on the other overlay.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, so the character's name is Rufus Foggybrook. He's a hobbit from the Shire, from Tuckborough specifically, around that parts, and he is sometimes called Lumpkin by his friends. There you go, Matt. I just tied it all together. He's a messenger, so he dresses in like kind of bluish clothing. He has kind of knee length shorts, and he delivers messages all throughout. And he has a beautiful little satchel. I like to think his family makes satchels. And so he's a messenger. He's also very merry and inquisitive. So you're going to see my eyes open really big and wide most of the night, and I'm going to smile a lot. Yeah, so that's going to be me right here.
So just regular
satchel
Jeff.
messenger. Does
Yeah,
that
so
make
he's
him a satchel page?
Oh.
I think I
Oh,
missed
that's a
an
good name.
opportunity there. You're gonna miss an opportunity, but nonetheless, Rufus, Lumpkin, call him what you want.
All right, Satchel Page. Well, Gus, Brandon, why don't you tell us about Gus?
Well, so one of my favorite thing about the Bree folk, like you better Bree leave, I'm all about this, is that their names are super down to earth, just like me, just a regular guy. So Gus started out kind of as a regular guy. He comes from a beekeeping family. They're Bree keepers. And his family traded wax and honey. And he got a taste for treasure from books that he read, but he's never actually seen treasure. So he's a very fledgling treasure hunter. He's a Bree folk treasure hunter. He's really green, and he's going to pretend that he knows what's going on a lot.
Very good. Very good. All right, Melissa, it's Methlid?
Matilda.
Matilda. Okay,
Matilda.
I always mispronounce things. This is on brand for me, so Matilda. Sorry.
No worries. I always go for some sort of like historical kind of a thing. And so it's like, it's Matilda. So she is a ranger warden. And she is strength of 7. So she is definitely kind of the strong type. So she has kind of long hair, top knot, tanned, lots of scars. She spent lots of time outside. And probably the thing that is most noticeable about her is that you would expect sort of a deeper voice to come from her. But she is incredibly soft-spoken to the point that just about everyone always has to ask her to like repeat what she says, because she's very used to being like quiet and outside and moving quietly. And so she's very used to just being very, very soft-spoken. So big disconnect between her kind of larger frame and her very, very soft and quiet voice.
That's right. Matilda and Kelda are our muscle tonight. We're going to be taking care of these messengers and bee folk.
We're the kindest. We're the kindest ones. We're so like so many of our personalities are like we're really happy and go lucky, and then we're like, and then we'll murder you.
It's true.
I mean, that just tracks with real life. I think it's fine.
And then I'll help heal you later if I like you.
That's right. And last but not least, we have Wolf, son of Wealth.
Yeah, so Wolf, son of Wealth, I imagine is probably like the grumpamoose of the party. He's a little bit older, more experienced. He is a dwarven scholar. He carries a lot of books and scrolls upon him. He's probably a little battle-hardened, but he has like, really black, small, beady eyes, but he has big glasses that make him look like normal size because they're so magnified. And he's probably missing some hair. I would say maybe like middle-aged, like 45, somewhere around there. And he's probably a little upset that he's got stuck with all these like young, like, green people that are like so excited about the world when it's very dangerous. And he's trying to maybe instill some wisdom to them.
I see. Grumpy old dwarf, huh? You and Rufus are going to be walking around with big eyes the whole time.
And I feel like Matilda is kind of the, she's learned things through life. And so we're going to kind of have this, like, you don't learn everything in a book now. I've learned a lot out in the world.
I think I'm going to hang out with a dwarf a lot because he's not as
No.
tall. Yeah.
You're not as big as the other ones. You're much easier to get along with.
I'll do just a real high-level rules, kind of like how things work in this game, and you'll see it in action as well. Whenever these folks roll for a skill, you're going to see 2 sets of dice rolled. You're always going to see a d12, which is known as your feat die in this, and it's rolled no matter what. You're always rolling your feat die. 1 through 10, it is what it is. If they roll an 11, then they get the Eye of Sauron, and that means that feat die automatically becomes a 0. They can't count it towards their total. Die Sauron. If they roll 12, then it's Gandalf, and they automatically succeed no matter what. No matter what else they roll for that test, Gandalf smiles upon. No, he doesn't. But the roll succeeds no matter what. In addition to that, they always roll that d12, and then for the skill that they're actually rolling for on, they put an additional d6 in the pool for each point they have into that skill. And then they take the total number of all those dice and they use it to try and beat a set target number that they have on their character sheet that is derived from their base attributes. So you'll see a d12 always being thrown out on every roll, and then a pool of d6. We're going to add it together. We're going to look at the numbers. If they get a 6 on those d6s, they're also known as success dice. Then that means something extra special happens if they succeed. They succeed with flair, with panache, with extra successes to it. So, without further ado, should we start playing? Should I get some? What? Oh, I went to go put my music on, and I have two things open here. I'm like, where's my music?
I will say this: 11 is usually my lucky number, and I'm gonna feel really conflicted when it comes up now.
When Sauron shows up. Okay, play some sounds here. If it's too loud, you know how to turn it down. So we're going to start things off, and you are in the town of Bree. You've gathered there. You've heard a rumor that quite a few folks are coming to Bree these days, especially inspired by the wild tales of a certain Bilbo Baggins, much to the chagrin of elders. And Bree is the site now. You see dwarves are common there. Elves are common amongst the folks who are also native to the region. And it's become quite a hubbub of activity. So you're wandering around town, kind of minding your own business. You're looking for the next adventure to go on, or maybe your first adventure. And as you're walking, a dwarf bumps into you, Wolf. And he goes, are you here because of Gloin?
No.
No. What brings you to Bree?
Books?
Bree is not a good place for books. This is where the great adventure with the
He starts to,
dragon
like,
started. It was in this
Slowly
region.
turn around. Like, not, he's like, oh, whoops.
Oh. Gloin, he's looking for adventurers. Some of your kinfolk, they've gone missing, and he's looking for someone to go find them.
I'd probably look around and see all the really excited hobbits and Bree folk, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, adventure. And he's like, where is he?
He's in the Prancing Pony. You could find him there. You're looking for help.
Oh, okay. Lumpkin looks too happy. I guess we'll go.
The rest of you are there with Wolf, and you hear all this dwarf who's relaying information to Wolf. He doesn't really pay attention to the rest of you. He seems just kind of taken with his kinsman, and making him aware that Gloin, who is a very well-known dwarf, who actually was with Bilbo on that recent adventure, is here seeking help.
I knew
Gloin, father of Gimli.
Mm-hmm.
Prancing Pony. No? Uh-huh. Member berries. No,
I always
okay.
wanted to go to the Prancing Pony. I've heard so many tales. It's a wonderful place with like all sorts of different things you can order. Like the beers are like as big as me head.
Yeah,
Oh,
my family sells meat to them, with the bees.
I hear the
things.
meat is as big as me head too. Oh boy!
I think it sounds lovely. Let's go.
We
I
should
hope
do a
the
meetup
dwarves are
there.
in the Prancing Pony. It would kill two birds with one stone.
I've always wanted
Right.
to see a pony.
I've always
You-
wanted to kill two birds.
Do you think there's actually prancing ponies inside the Prancing Pony? That's how
can
it's
only
got its
hope.
name, right? Hey,
Let's move.
okay, okay, whatever you say, Wolf.
He's like politely trying to stop.
Stop embarrassing me.
Okay.
Matilda's like, 2 long strides ahead of everyone. She's eager. She's eager.
She's
Oh,
got really
eager.
Matilda,
big
wait up. Matilda, wait up. I'm catching up to you. Here I come.
Come now.
I bow down to Rufus and I'm like, there aren't actually ponies. There are no ponies.
Oh, I don't believe you. I think there are. It just doesn't make sense for it not to have a prancing pony somewhere nearby. Maybe in a stables. Maybe they've got a stables of prancing ponies.
I'd like to stabilize your opinion of this place before you get in. There are no prancing ponies.
It's fine. Like maybe it's metaphorical. It's fine.
Kelda turns around and puts her hand on Gus's face and pushes him out of the way and says, Rufus, let's go. Let's go find the ponies.
Okay.
Start running.
I
We're
love,
heading to the Prancing Pony.
I love your wide-eyed, bewildered Toppet. It's perfect.
Yes. You're
You
gonna
just
stay
left the
all
Shire
the way
today.
around me,
Come
Iris.
on, little friend. Let's go.
Okay.
So
All right, so you head to the Prancing Pony. The Prancing Pony is very, very busy spot. It is probably one of the most busiest, popular inns and taverns here in Bree. You'll always find folks of renown coming and going through here. And you open the door, and it is hustle bustle. It is a busy place, but right away, as soon as you open the door, you see Gloin. Especially Wolf, you recognize who he is. You know exactly who he is. He's sitting there, big long beard. He's wearing all white, very, very fancy, nice dress. He's sitting there hunkered down at a table. He's got a piece of parchment rolled up next to him. He's got a big tankard of ale, and he looks quite perplexed, quite upset about something. He's kind of sitting around, sipping at his drink and looking around the room and kind of sizing everybody up as you enter.
I'll go talk to him with Matilda, maybe.
With just Matilda? You're just going to take just Matilda's hand and say...
The other ones can go look around.
Okay, okay.
They
We'll
can
go look for the
go
ponies.
get
Yeah.
these
Something
drinks.
you
Go look
just
for the
say.
ponies.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't think they serve ponies here, do you? That would be no.
No.
You walk past a book that says "How to Serve Ponies."
But you open it up and it's a book about feeding ponies
feeding
food.
ponies.
Right.
Yeah,
They have
okay.
stables now.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah.
We're
Makes
good. We're
sense.
good.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
okay.
we're all good.
Okay.
All right, so Wolf, you approach with Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to enter the council phase here.
All right.
So I have put a journal entry into the game for all of you on the council phase. We're going to go through it. We'll go through it here with the viewers. And we're going to talk about how this works, because this is one of the 3 pillars of the game. So with the council phase, you want to choose a goal. You're going to decide, what do you want to get out of this interaction with Gloin? So you've already heard that some dwarves have gone missing, and he's looking for folks to go out and find them. So you want to maybe get some more details. You want him to select you as those ones to go on this adventure, get some more information about what's happened. So you choose that, and you pick that ahead of time before we even get into the council part of it.
So we need to decide the goal.
We do.
Yeah. And each of you have to decide what you want to get out of him. And you can pull on skills here, and you're also going to be using Valor and Wisdom, which are 2 stats in this game. You're level 1. These are at 1 for you right now. But as you go into the game and you start to level up, you'll choose typically between Valor and Wisdom and which one you want to level up. And when you interact with people in the world, certain people will react better to Valor and others to Wisdom based off of who they are and their beliefs and what their interests are. So everybody right now has a 1 in both of those. But as you level up more in the One Ring, Valor and Wisdom become a big part of this phase of the game.
Well, I have been sent out many a time to look for individuals who have gone missing. So I believe that the sheer fact of my credentials should put us a little ahead of some other groups that are just wanting something fun to do for a few days.
And I'm so sad the dwarves are missing. Very sad. So sad.
Just excited for the opportunity to potentially leave Bree and do something.
Maybe Gloin have stories. Dwarven stories.
Indeed, he might.
So goal-wise, what are you looking to get out of this? Because I'd like to just get out of town.
Maybe we find dwarves out of town, get knowledge in return.
And treasure?
Maybe.
What kind of rewards? I like rewards.
Do you want to find out what you'll get out of this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other goals?
Matilda just wants to get out of town?
I think she likes to feel useful. So for her, it's about, this logically matches her skill set. So
Okay.
her group should be picked.
So, and you're also going to pull on skills for this. So you can determine what skills you want to use in this interaction as well. And the number of successes that you get based off your rolls is also going to determine how much information or how favored he is towards you in the upcoming council or interaction with him. So you're going to roll a whole bunch. You want to get as many successes as possible, and that's going to influence how this plays out. There's also uncontrollable things that can take place. So, for instance, Gloin here does not like elves. If you had an elf in your party, it would be a -1 to your target number. You have no elves, but you do have a dwarf and a fellow dwarf. That gives you a +1 to your target number here. I set a number on the back end, and you want to get enough successes to exceed that with all of your rolls. So there are uncontrollable things that are at play here. He's also very urgent in someone jumping in and helping to find these 2 missing dwarves. So that's also going to give you another +1. There's all sorts of factors that play into this that are in your control and out of your control. Hype train!
Choo choo.
So, you could choose Riddle, as we
I was
talked about
thinking
before
I
the
could,
game.
try and butter him up with lore and talk about his previous adventures and what him and Gimli have done over their time. Like, because he's like a warrior type. So I'm trying to like talk about his past endeavors and be like, remember how cool you were? Like, I remember too. I read about it.
Yeah, so choose a skill that you want to use in this instance to try and get some information out of him. So, has everybody decided? We've decided what we want to get on. We want to know what the reward is. We want to find out what's going on, what's further details. And we
If
want
it's
to get
out of
here. We want to be
town,
selected, and we want a good reward too. We want to make a good impression on Gloin.
I think I know what skill I want to use. I think I have an idea.
An idea?
Yeah,
So are we all rolling
One.
one skill or?
Yeah, you're all gonna roll a skill.
Okay, everybody rolls.
Okay.
Are Kelda and I involved in this, or are we like off doing
You can
something
wander
else?
over. Yeah, this has piqued your interest.
Double fisted these huge bears.
You can make
Come on,
other
I'll
rolls
do
as well going into this. As he gives you some information, you can also make additional rolls to pull additional information out of him. It's just going to kind of frame the success of this whole thing.
Before we move on, I'd like to know, do they find ponies?
There are no ponies in the Prancing Pony, but they are
I knew it.
outside the
I
Prancing
like to
Pony.
think they do pony races and people come here to bet on the ponies.
I was half right.
No,
I think
I
that's
don't.
in the canon.
I don't think they do that. I read a book.
Read a book, a single book.
Just
Okay.
once.
The
Through
book,
to
though.
everything. I read a book.
Yeah.
Covered all of it.
I believe you, Wolf. Thank you. You're so
I love
smart.
it so much.
All right, I'll
So we
roll.
approach the table.
Yes. Yeah, so he sits there and he, what can I do for you?
Fellow Gloin, so powerful and mighty. We heard dwarves were missing. I'm very sad. So sad.
Save your kind words and go find our kinsmen, dwarf.
No, we're a very capable crew. We are definitely the ones to do this. What would we get for doing this?
Why don't you go ahead and make me some skill rolls, all of you, right now,
Okay.
based off the skills you want to use. Let's get some successes in here, and he'll start kind of spilling the beans and sharing some information with these rolls.
Do you want all of us to do it? Or
Yeah,
just a
please.
couple?
We'll do one. So, friend, okay, you got a 6, and that's on your D12. That's your feat die.
Actually, I thought because it wasn't favored, I only rolled 2d6. Not the case.
No, you always roll d12 and then.
Oh, and
add
you
your
always
skill.
roll the d12.
So
Okay.
roll a D12 as well.
Holy moly!
I might not have rolled properly.
Well, we can break it out, so we can go in detail here. On your D10, you got a 10, Melissa,
Mhm.
and a 4, 2, and 5. So
Yes.
You-
I was
you've
pulling on
ex-
my travel, which has 3, because I
you've
want to talk
exceeded-
about how much I know in the area.
Oh, like you're good to go out and do stuff. That makes sense.
That's a d12, right, or 10?
D12.
Oh,
so you've
sorry.
exceeded
I
your
rolled
tur-
a D10.
Okay. Well, it's your first roll. We'll go with it.
That's really good. I mean, keep it.
Gus, so you had the 6 above, and you rolled 10. That's 16. Does that beat your target number? Your
That's
TN?
correct. It does, yeah.
Awesome. And what about you, Wolf? Are you leaning into this?
Yeah, I'm gonna do lore. Oh, I get to roll. Dang it! I get to roll twice. I forgot. Okay, well that's the better one. So 17, which beats my target number.
All right. So he looks. You look like a hardy bunch. You might be of use to me. My cousin, Balin, son of Fundin, left a Bree with a companion. He was meant to personally search the old dwarf homes of Dunland to see if anyone still dwells there. He planned to go south along the Greenway to investigate the conditions of the ruins of Therbad, to see how easy it would be to cross the Grey Flood there, and on the outskirts of Moria. He then takes that parchment that's next to him and he unrolls it on the table, and it's a map. And he shows you, he points to Bree, and he retraces their tracks. Well, from Bree going through the Greenland or the Greenway along the North Road, as he explained, and then over through and towards the ruins of Therbad. He says, I don't know what happened, but unfortunately, the possibilities are many in these days of doubt. If the perils of Dunland were not enough, there's always the suspicious dwellers of the Rivendell to consider. They are sworn enemies of the Shadow, but unfortunately, they don't love dwarves. I hope my concerns are ill-placed, but I wouldn't be too surprised if Balin had found himself, again, an involuntary guest. As for a reward, I can give you 5 gold each, which is more than a king's ransom to bring back my kinsman.
Could we share stories, maybe, when we get back?
Hey, you can do what you want with the stories when you get back.
No, I mean with you, like your stories, you know.
Okay, you strange dwarf, I don't... He looks to Matilda like, what's with this guy?
He looks up to you and wants to hear of your adventures.
All right, you bring back my kin, and I'll tell you about my adventures.
Maybe Rufus can make a song about it. Looks very excited.
Hobbits.
Okay.
It's kind
Hi.
of hobbits.
I brought you a beer.
And I'm just gonna slide one of the 2 big beers over.
Oh yeah, he grabs
Yeah.
that. Grabs that. I like
Thought
this.
you might be thirsty. Talking
I
all
like this
this.
hobbit. If you want, you can also try and roll. Anybody can an insight or riddle. In this instance, you've got enough successes. You can roll either insight or riddle. All of you can. Some of you can. Doesn't matter. And try to maybe glean a little bit more information out of Cloyne. He's been quite forthcoming with information here. Ooh.
A
And
9.
to reiterate, when a skill is favored, you automatically roll the d12 twice, right?
And take the better of the
Mhm.
And
two.
take the better. It's okay. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I passed. I got a
So did I.
16.
On riddle or insight?
Riddle.
Riddle.
Oh, so both you did.
Yeah.
So as he's talking and his mannerisms and the way he's holding himself, you're picking up that there's more going on here. He's not telling you the whole story.
I see Lumpkin's eyes get bigger than normal, and we make eye contact. Okay, that's enough. Okay.
What?
Gloin, I feel like there might be more you need to tell us about your brethren.
Here, have my other beer.
And I'm gonna whisper
He
over
just-
to Wolf, like,
If you get them drunk, it's easy to make them talk.
He downs it. I like this dwarf.
I'm a bit, but it's okay.
This,
He's so
this
drunk.
This hobbit.
He's drunk enough
This
that, you
hobbit.
know.
You see right through me. I can't hide it. I had a troubling dream a few nights ago about my brother Oin, who accompanied Balin on this task. I had a horrible vision of him drowning in a marsh or swamp water, and I fear he may fall on this task.
Would we know, or would I know, like looking at the map or through like his knowledge of swamp, like to the north where we're going? Like that would be a.
Yeah, so you guys are heading to an area. Like I'll show you the map. It doesn't really show though the terrain type. There is a map in here that they provided us to look at. Oh, where's the map? I don't know. Oh, it's because I need to go on the GM one. He shows a map, and the area that they're headed to. So, to the east of the ruins of Therbad, there is an area known as the Grey Flood, which is like a swamp or marshy kind of area, and they were poking around in that general region, which is also just very, very close to Moria. And as a dwarf, you know Moria is a place that you would like to reclaim one day, overtaken by orcs. There you go. Show to players. I just showed you a map. So you're at Bree, which is center and to the northwest. You'll see Bree at a fork. And they went down along that road south of Bree, between the Barrow Downs and the South Downs, and then went straight south on the road to Therbad, which you'll see down near the bottom of the map at the south. And to the east of Therbad, there's that. It says Nine in Elf, which I know I'm horribly mispronouncing, but it's in that area is the Grey Flood. Now, they were looking around in that area. So that is also why he's troubled, because they were heading to an area where there is swamp and marshland.
Maybe we could get to them before your premonition could come true.
That's what I hope. I hope nothing befalls poor Owen.
Does he know how to swim?
Dwarves are not known for swimming, little one.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Do,
I mean,
do your
I-
premonitions come true often?
It's not often I have these visions. But when I do, they come true.
Okay.
maybe we should hurry.
Maybe you should.
No, maybe we should.
Okay.
Are you willing to take on this task?
I mean, I won't speak for everybody.
And Matilda will speak for everyone and say, yes, we will.
Very good. Then there's no time to waste. Get going and find them, please. Before something happens to poor Owen.
I'll give him
And
like
Balin. Him
a
too.
dwarven salute or something, some sort of dwarven goodbye.
And I'll take the meat out of Rufus's hand and put it on the table and say, "Careful with that. It's hobbit forming."
Mm.
Wolf literally goes,
Mm. I think it is our time to exit.
All right. So the council phase, you were very successful with all of the successes you rolled. You've gotten the information out of Gloin that you're looking for. He was very favored towards all of you. It can go bad. Like if you don't get enough successes, he can just be like, "Get lost. I'm not sending you out here to do this," and you'll have
Campaign
to kind of
over.
yeah, and you have to kind of get the details maybe from other people in town. Get from them what they've heard. Kind of just set out. But he's given the information. He's given you a map. He's shown you their route. He's also told you about this premonition that he's had. And he's going to pay you quite handsomely to go and find Balin and Oin. But no ponies. The
not
chat
about
really
the
wants
money.
Rufus.
It's about
mean-
the ponies.
It is about the money for me, but I don't mind bailing them out.
I was gonna say you could have all my coin, but now I'm not so sure.
If you're so equined, I'll give you all the horses in exchange
Oh.
for your coin.
My God,
I
Matt's
w-
shaking his head no.
So
I
in the
wonder-
actual game, then we're going to enter the
Let's
journey
go.
phase now. In the,
Here we go.
so we're going to hit the next pillar
Transition.
of the 3 pillars of the heroic adventure. So in the journey phase, you're literally encouraged to take out a map and like draw where you're going to go, because there's hexes, and it's actually a hex crawl. There are
Oh, I love
rules
that.
involved. There are a number of days. You're going to gain corruption no matter what as you travel as a fellowship to your destination. You just get weary. You get road weary as you go along the way. There are rules that you can do to help mitigate this, but it's inevitable.
Nice.
Oh boy. I'm watching the
Not
chat.
for
Yes,
me.
yes, Seth. I agree. I don't want to encourage them. I don't want to
I
encourage
feel
them.
very encouraged,
Look at-
very
look
excited
at the
to
look
go
on
on
his
an
face.
adventure.
Let's go on an adventure. I'm ready to hunt some things.
You think there's
Mm,
wild ponies? We can hunt the wild ponies. Get around. Bring
I
them
think
back.
I think
Head
we
Ready
need
to
to
hunt treasure.
get off the pony thing.
The
You know,
ponies.
knock.
Okay.
Yeah, let's knock that off. Yep.
Okay, I'll stop.
Although-
I'm sorry.
Do we
I
actually
think
have
she
the
rode the
opportunity
pony.
to
Yep,
get
definitely.
some horses to help in our journey?
No, this will be on foot. And it looks
Okay.
like this is going to be a few days to get to your destination on foot. The first bit of the march there, where you're going to between the 2 barrows, is going to be the hardest part. But once you get south of that and you're on the main road and on the greenway, it's smooth sailing, it's flat land the rest of the way there. But the first leg of your journey is going to be the hardest.
So are we rolling like every leg? Is like
or-
all of them or all the rolls,
So-
or is it like split up?
So what I do is I roll a march roll on my end as the GM, and that determines how many hexes you go and what may or may not happen along the way. So
Okay.
you're somewhat in control of what's going on. So like as things happen, as events happen along the way, that's when we're going to lean into the different roles that you're going to pick along the journey. And if you're successful, you might see things before they pop up or before they happen, or you might be able to talk with people or things or dangers before they happen. It's really situational. Like, it might be the person who's doing the hunting that's going to be able to mitigate this, or the person who's doing the scouting. And it really changes from hex to hex and march to march. It's very varied.
No. Oh, now who's punning?
No.
Oh, it is
He was so proud of himself. with his
contagious.
And
All
then
right,
immediately
look at
dismiss
me.
it.
as everybody leaves. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night. Enjoy the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's
Yeah, this
journey.
is cool.
So you should be able to open up the journey
Yeah.
sheet, and we'll look at that.
Okay.
So we have roles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 roles. We have a guide, a hunter, a lookout, and a scout. The guide is going to use the travel skill, the hunter, the hunting skill, the lookout, the awareness skill, and the scout, the explorer skill. So we want someone to take each one of these. Some of them you can double up, I believe. Which is the one you cannot? Guide is the only one that you cannot double up on. So you
Okay.
can have multiple people doing the same thing,
That's nice.
except for guide. So who wants to take what? Who's going to be my guide? That's the travel role.
Matilda have travel?
I have a 3 in travel. I just don't have favored.
What's your heart score?
A 4. So my
I
target
ha-
number's 12.
I have a 3 in travel and a 5, so my target's
So you can roll
13.
that one.
Your target's 13?
Yeah.
And his is 12?
Oh, well, so mine's better than, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
We're
Sure.
metagaming. No, we're not. I kid. Who wouldn't do this at the table? I would.
That's right.
Hunter, which is hunting.
I'm pretty good at hunting.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm pretty
Nope.
really good at hunting.
Kelda,
No one's
your
arguing
favorite?
with you there.
Yay!
Our lookout. That is
I can do
awareness.
that.
All
You
right,
can
Ruth.
trust me with this
I've-
responsibility.
Never felt safer.
With
feel
giant hobbit eyes.
I'll make sure no one sneaks up on us at all.
He puts in like the
Right.
clockwork orange, like forced
The
eye open.
forced eye.
Yeah.
I'll stay up all night if I have to. It's fun.
I won't disappoint
it
him.
before.
I won't do it.
I want what's in his bag. He seems really wired for sound.
Like, Wolf, you can trust me with this. I can do it. I really can.
Wolfie,
Okay.
trust me.
Okay.
Trust me, Wolfie.
I'm uncomfortable.
I get that a lot.
I like Rufus.
I'm glad someone does.
The chat seems to like Rufus also. Oh no, everybody's
He-
leaving.
He is on some serious drugs.
The really good stuff.
Maybe.
All right, so we have selected our roles for the journey.
Oh wait, we didn't.
Wait,
do
no,
that.
we
One
need
more.
a
Sorry, our
who's
scout.
awareness.
Our scout.
So
Look
No,
out.
we're looking for
Sorry.
Explorer is the last one.
Oh yeah, your awareness. I'll explore. Yeah, who's the explorer?
Explore.
Brendan,
I've got
did you have
favored.
Explorer?
I've got favored on Explorer, so I can.
Okay,
do that.
that sounds
Gus. No fuss with Gus. So first thing we want to do is set our journey path. So Gloyan has already set that out for you. He's shown you, hey, you want to retrace their steps. This is the way they went, and it's also the path of least resistance for where you're headed to.
good. Can Matilda help somebody? Right? Because
Yeah, Matilda
it's not the
can help.
guide.
I can help with awareness. My target number is 11.
Yeah, I just don't know what helping how it works mechanically in the game. Like
Like you-
the target number just goes
You
down.
can roll
watch
as well.
together, stay
can
up all night, tell stories, braid each other's hair. It's gonna be great.
Or we divide and conquer, and I'm looking out on the east side of the camp, and you're looking out on the west side
You're-
of the camp.
You want to split the party? That seems dangerous, but okay, I trust you.
We'll
I'm so
meet up.
glad I don't
every
have to
so often.
share.
All right, so set the journey path. It says here, when tracing the journey path, the players must consider the itinerary. Can rarely be drawn as the crow flies, connecting start to beginning. In this instance, you've got your path. Now we do the journey events, and this is where the lore master makes a marching roll, rolling a success die. I'm gonna make this. A
I
secret
don't know
roll.
what's good or bad, but let's hope for something good.
Private GM roll. You're not gonna see this.
So secret.
Super secret.
But I heard the dice roll.
That's
It's
right.
reflecting in his glasses if you look really closely.
I can see it.
A 15, nice.
His target number is only a 3. We're hosed.
We're host.
That's a term in
Hosed.
Middle Earth. Hosing.
Die roll says QWERTY. That's weird. Why is it?
He's fudging his rolls. Everyone revolt.
All right, so you guys, from the help of Gloin, set on your journey. You make pretty good time. You cover quite a lot of ground in this first day. And it's been rather uneventful. Being so close to Bree, there isn't a lot of... As I hit my mic. I apologize to everybody listening. There isn't a lot of, danger or nefarious things going on in the area. It is quite a hub of activity. As you get further away from Bree is when you're going to run into more danger. But the first day comes to a close, very uneventful. And as you're on the road, it's dusk. You see off in the tree line, you see some huts or some dwellings. It looks like it's of some men of the north who live out here in these huts. Perhaps some wild men.
Northmen?
Northmen.
Would that be my people?
That would be your people.
Yay!
You can see some people milling about. It's just like a little kind of village that they've set up, and there's a big fire, and there's a pot cooking on it. You can see some folks milling about, and you recognize them as your kin folk. Being
I haven't been kicked out of this one yet. We should go say hi.
That is so not reassuring.
Glad you're here, because otherwise things could go south.
They're probably really nice too. Yeah,
Up until they tell me to leave, they're always real nice.
I'll get that too.
Oh. Until they told you to leave.
Not these ones.
Oh, good.
I'd like to approach them and
Sure. So you start walking towards this small
let them
village.
know
and
that we're there.
They seem rather excited by the sight of you. Oh, hello! They wave and
They
please
don't know
come.
me.
Please come join us. It's getting dark.
They will.
Come. We have a warm fire. You're more than welcome.
Were these the same people that Gloin said didn't like dwarves, or no?
No, so those
Okay.
are people out of Rivendell, and most likely elves out of
Okay.
Rivendell. As you know,
I think Bardings have a pretty good relationship with dwarves, right?
yeah, it's just
Do
elves
they?
and dwarves that are kind of at odds.
Okay. Cool. Let's go in. Like, hello, friends.
Yes, please come join us. We have plenty of food. We have a warm fire. It's getting quite dark. Would you like to join us for a meal?
I look around.
Yes, please.
Rufus is in. I'm in.
I'm
too.
already eating.
Oh,
They see Rufus like break between your legs and walk into their little village, and like, oh wow,
Haven't eaten since 11 days. I'm
hobbit.
so hungry.
Hey,
yeah, we got a hobbit with us.
come over
Yeah,
here. And they kind of scooch aside, and they there's a place for you to sit. And please, we'll get you some food. You must be very hungry. Where have you all come from?
You wouldn't leave us.
They look really confused. Can scratch your head.
We came from Bree. Okay, we came from Bree.
Oh,
That's where we came from.
oh,
Bree.
that's not too far off. Where are you headed? Please. And they make spots for all of you around the fire, and they get you all some food, and they kind of order the younger men, the porters around. Oh, get them some food. And everybody seems really like enamored and taken in by you. Sitting there. Where have you come from? Where are you headed? Please,
We're gonna go
tell us
save some dwarves. That's what we're gonna do.
some
Yeah.
dwarves. No.
Yeah,
We're all on an
Fuck him.
adventure.
it's an adventure to save them. And one of
Save
them
them
might
from
drown.
what? Asks one of them.
Yeah. I wasn't there for that part. I was getting the beers. What are we saving them from?
I don't think we know. It's to make sure they're still alive.
They're just lost. and need
Existential dread.
finding.
I think there might be some drowning involved.
Lost. Well, we haven't seen any dwarves around here the last little while. When did they pass through? Did they come this way?
We
Mhm.
think so. On their way to the Tharbad, where the Grey Flood is. You know, the flood that's gray down that way.
Yes, we know. We don't go that far south too often. You know,
Otherwise,
there's
it would be
talk
the
of
Northmen.
yeah, there's talk of orcs and such around there.
Orcs, you say?
Orcs, we
I've
don't.
never seen an orc.
Oh, great.
Yes,
Tell
these-
me more.
No, we don't need to have an educational class about the orcs. I know you
Terrible.
and Gus have no idea what they
Terrible.
What else are they
horrible.
going to do? Just
They
Do
say-
you think I've not read books, Mr. Scholar? I know what an orc is. I've definitely read about them before. I know all about them.
are. Yep, keep going.
They grow on trees.
No, they don't grow in trees. That's silly.
Fungus.
Rufus was believing that until that point. Like,
oh, right. It's of course it's silly. Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah,
I knew that too.
yeah. yeah.
Oh. Well, I hope you don't run into any dwarves, or I mean orcs. But
Excuse me.
no, I didn't mean to say that. I hope you don't run into any orcs. If you want, you're free to stay here with us today. But do you have any more tales you can tell us of your adventures? And they seem like really like they're just like in awe of the five of you. They could tell that they don't get a lot of people coming through here, and they live a very dull life. By
You
I
didn't even
feel
have
like-
to roll for it.
Yeah.
We're just that cool. I feel like me and Rufus, between the two of us, like I have like the stories written down. And he kind of like spins it a little bit more flavor, and
I sing like pop music and such, and you've got like literary fiction. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, so together you're like a prog rock literary band. You're like the Decemberists, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Middle
right,
Earth.
right
There's
down.
a recommendation chat. Maybe Rufus has a song he could entertain them with to repay
Ow.
their generosity.
Chat.
Oh,
Like that,
chat.
Jen.
What a-
Chat.
Yeah.
Who is this chat fella? Must be one of these Northmen.
Yeah, he
Just-
lives right there. I think I saw its name on the door.
I only got like I got like 2 lines. Okay, and it's like a deep cut. If you've been to the Shire, you're gonna get it. You know, if you haven't, you might not. So it's a. Are you going to Tuckborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Okay. Oh, there's more.
Oh.
I'm thinking.
So
Tuckborough,
good.
it's where I'm from. Sorry. Like I said, it's a deep cut
He goes with the same song every time.
every time. I got a second one, but we'll save it for later.
That was exceptional. You did so good on that one, Rufus.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. You've been
Yeah.
practicing.
You're really improving.
It's weird. No one threw anything at me this time, though. It's strange. Usually people throw things at me.
I like how unimpressed Melissa is right now.
Sure, me practicing all day.
Why don't you go ahead and make me a song roll, please?
Oh, here we go. Let's
She's
see if
actually the
your
audience
great
that was
song
throwing
matches your role.
Make me a song roll. And this is favored. Oh, I still got the Prancing Pony playing. Let me change the sounds on here too. We're far from the Prancing Pony.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That's
Oh.
a 21. And I got a
Got a
12.
12.
Oh,
D12.
automatic success.
Nice.
You're
Yeah.
Gandalf. All right. So they are all taken in. They all come around and they sit close and they get by the fire and they're just like on the edge of their seats as little Rufus stands there surrounded by them. The light of the fire is shining on the side of his face and he just lets out this song. You see some of them get teary-eyed and
With that 12,
Here's
I
some-
start to wonder, maybe do I love Rufus? Perhaps.
Throwing things at me.
with that, out of one of the huts comes a really, really old man.
Oh.
He comes out and he's got the help of
It's
a
Chat.
younger member of this village, and he sits there and he sits right next to you, Rufus, and he just looks at you intently, and you see a tear fall down
Jesus
his
Christ.
cheek.
Why are you crying? It's a happy song about going shopping for groceries in Tuckborough.
And this is very elderly Northman, decrepit even looking.
Well, that's not a nice word.
And he he opens his mouth and he starts to speak, and the words are almost unintelligible. They come through, and he's got a really thick accent. that you pick up on Kelda. You hear it, and you pick up from the region he's on. He's from far, far, far from here. And he raises a hand and a finger, and he just says, "If you go south in the marshes, take heed. Tread lightly and fear the gallows weed." And he just kind of repeats it over and over, and he's looking at you, Rufus. He takes his hands and he almost cups your face as he says it.
Okay, gallows weed. Okay, is it like a poison or something? No.
I'm getting nervous now.
Can I lore check gallows weed?
Sure. Yes, you can
Figure out
make
what
a
it
lore
is.
check.
It's like some sort of something. All right.
What did you... you're rolling.
Oh, I got an 11. Oh no.
What? Oh.
Eye of Sauron.
Oh, so that's a 0. So all you're counting are success
So I got a
dice.
7, so I failed. Yeah.
No, you're... What? Weed? Gallows? Huh? Yeah, the Eye of Sauron is gazing on you. Ah!
Unfortunate.
So question, Matt, actually.
Yes.
So he rolls it favored, and he rolled a 4 and 11. So do you just automatically take the higher, or do you take the
Oh,
better?
no, because
Oh,
it's
good
favored. Yeah,
question.
yeah. Take the 4 because it's the better of the result. Thank you.
I still failed.
Jazzbot.
Yeah, I didn't pass.
Okay. You have no clue what he's talking about. But the night goes on. They feed you. They're on the edge of their seats with your tails, and they offer you shelter for the night before you head out in the morning. Very lovely North folk.
I love how nice my friends are. They haven't got mad at me once tonight.
You're lovely. Why would anyone get mad at you? I don't understand this.
I don't know.
Maybe we haven't experienced it yet.
Maybe.
That's
Cool.
foreboding.
So we stay there for the night.
Yeah, and you have a great night. Full bellies, roofs over your head. You set up the next morning. They feed you once again in the morning. You have first breakfast and second breakfast or whatever. Rufus.
11 teas and then tea. Can we get a rowdy? Can we get a tea rowdy? No?
I think time is of the essence, Rufus.
Okay.
You know, Rufus, my family, they were merchants, and we could make like a rider for you. Like, do you have a specific kind of mead that you enjoy, or
Room temperature. It's really
Interesting.
That's not my only requirement.
is it good for the vocal cords?
Yes,
the warmth?
exactly. Yeah.
You're teaching me so much. I love you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Thank
Love
you.
you too.
Mm.
And so
Let's go on an adventure. Back do we go. Part 2.
Back on the adventure. Let's go.
Let's keep filling air while Matt figures out what's next.
Matilda's been sitting outside on the front stoop with her bag on, just waiting for everyone to be ready.
You know what?
You
I've,
have
I've
like
gamed
arrows
with.
drawing patterns in the sand.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Gus and Rufus are talking about performance riders. I will say I've gamed with Jeff a long time, and it's really nice to be in a game where he just gets to use his normal voice for a change.
Oh, this is how I really talk in real life. It's very confusing. When I do my lectures as a teacher, it's very lovely.
Oh my god. So we're back on the road.
You're back on the road. So,
Thank goodness.
back on the road. Matilda feels the full weight of existence. While you're on the road, I want people to make me some rolls here. We're going to try and pick up the, see if we can pick up the trail of Ballad. So, what do we got here? I need my scout to make me their explore roll.
Okay, I will do that right now.
And anybody else, you can make search rolls along the way, but our
Ooh.
scout specifically is going to roll explore.
I'm good at searching.
Make sure that worked. Yeah, it did.
All right, so you
Failed
got,
by 1.
let's see, 2d6. You got a 6, 7, 8 total for
Yeah.
explore.
We're
All
in
right.
trouble.
So nobody's achieved their or exceeded
No.
their target number for these.
I'll
ones.
try to search. I can
Okay.
try to search. I can't. It's not. Nope. That's a hard no.
We're all just so distracted
I
by that
wasn't even-
lovely performance.
My target number is 16. So
Yee.
I was assuming that hunting would not, because we're not technically hunting this person, right? Or can I hunt them? The
They are the
deadliest
most
game.
dangerous
Worst.
game.
Yeah,
we're all in there. Oh, we've played together too much, y'all. We've played together too much.
The deadliest game.
Deadliest game.
No, you're not hunting. That's why
Yeah.
we'll like we could use explore or search, either
Yeah,
one
so
of the
search.
or of those two. So as you're continuing along southwards, and you're getting into where it's more clear. Who's my lookout? That's Rufus and Matilda,
At
right?
your service, sir.
Oh my god,
Because
Matt's
I'm
head
gonna
just
like
went.
physically squirm. I love it.
I mean, is it any surprise that Rufus's eyes are always wide open?
I can see it coming from a mile away.
I
Neck
can
muscle
taste
tenses.
colors.
Both of you, please make me an awareness roll.
Okay. If you insist.
Let's see if those big eyes pay off.
Ooh.
Oh my god, on the button.
Rufus, all right. You got no.
You got a
11s?
Sauron. Yeah,
Oh,
Sauron.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Oh,
I got
oh
a really big eye.
crap, Melissa.
Whoa.
So, well, it's favored. So, I'll take a
Yeah.
9, a 6, and a 5.
20. Yeah, 20.
Wow. All right, Rufus, you're a no, and all of a sudden you get a chill and you shudder. Oh,
An unblinking eye stares at you.
Matt's version of your voice is fantastic.
It's so good.
Oh.
I need to speak like Rufus more often. Ow, I pulled my neck or shoulder doing that too.
This is hard work to do this. You gotta just clench so much.
Matt, you just can't jump into that voice.
No.
You really have to warm
It
up.
takes years of practice and training.
Practice? Practice?
But Matilda, you're walking along. You're walking here on the edge of the forest. You're getting into where it's more clear. And you sense like you're being watched.
Rufus. Over the.
Yeah, what's up?
Shh.
What? I can't hear you on the other side. You said that you're going to be on the east and I'm going to be on the west, so I can't whisper to you. Can you speak up, please? I heard my name.
I take back all the good things I said about Rufus.
Sorry. So
Yeah.
I think there's someone watching us. Be quiet. Tell the others to stop
Okay.
so that I can look around some more.
and he thinks
Quiet,
about
quiet,
screaming
good,
back.
good.
Oh, right. Okay, everybody be quiet. The main lady said I had to be quiet, but I presume she meant I could tell you this first, and that's she thinks we're being watched, followed, or
Rufus,
something.
Rufus, I just want to tell you, I think you're a wonderful communicator. You're
Thank
wonderful
you.
at it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to be quiet
I'm,
now.
I'm never gonna get treasure with these two, am I?
Now,
No,
I just like
it's
the
not about treasure.
experience, really.
Yeah. Mm.
It's not
Okay.
about the destination, it's the
It's
journey.
about the journey.
The
Exactly.
journey.
This is the journey phase.
I'm a literal
Whisper
treasure
about the
hunter. It's absolutely about.
Us! It's about the journey. Let's go.
So Matilda starts looking sort of up in the trees and
Yeah.
looking for footprints and
You start
other things.
Scanning the area, and like out of the corner of your eye, you almost see something shift or move. Every here and there. It's not like one set shape. Like you look and you swear like a tree moved or a bush moved. Like you're seeing slight movements, but you're not making out a distinct, clear shape or person or thing. It's almost like the woods are moving around you.
I would want to get out my bow just to be at the ready, and just sort of continue moving us southward, but I'll kind of have the rear and just be keeping an eye out.
It is about the journey.
I'll also pull out my weapon, but I don't want to use it. I want to make friends with things.
I then you should probably keep it not pulled out, right? I mean,
You're right. I put it away.
I feel like you're conveying a mixed message.
Rufus and
Wanna
Kelda have the
help?
same accent. He's one of those northern hobbits.
I'm from the southern part of the shop. Never mind, we don't need to talk about my genealogy. I'll have a very long genealogy if you want the backstory. But never mind, now's not the time.
I'll pull out my bow since I trust Matilda.
So, Matilda, you're keeping a close watch all around you. The others are oblivious. They're kind of looking around, but they're not seeing anything whatsoever. They think you're almost kind of crazy. They're nuts. And you're just like, there, that. And, and there's nothing. But you, like a slight splash you catch, like, in a marsh water or swamp water off the road, a tree rustle. And as you're kind of continuing cautiously down the road, all of a sudden, you see, before anyone else, Matilda, elves. Elves just kind of like step out from around the trees all around you.
Friends.
Bows drawn.
Friends.
And
I
one
will
of them,
inform everyone.
They're all very pretty. One of them steps
There
forward.
must be a lot of shelves around here.
Oh my god.
We are dead.
One of them steps forward. He holds his hand up to the others, and he approaches you, Matilda.
Shells off the shelves.
And we're gonna do another little kind of mini council here. We're gonna have a little match of wits here with these elves to find out what's
dear.
going on and talk to them. These elves do not like dwarves, and this particular elf does not like hobbits.
Oh,
So you have this
no.
working against
I don't
you.
believe that. I don't think that's written in the adventure. I think
He's
that's
never met me.
editorializing.
There is discrimination happening against Rufus, and I don't appreciate it.
I mean, what about me?
So
I guess we're just not tall enough to go on the ride. Come on,
Right.
Wolf, let's go.
Oh, there's lots of stuff wrong with dwarves. We're
So
really
he
upset
steps
with
forward
dwarves.
and he approaches you, Matilda. He sees
Mhm.
that you were able to kind of pick him out. You're watching them, and you look like you're quite capable. And he says, "Where are you headed? What is your purpose here?"
We
He's
are
like no
in-
nonsense. He
Yep.
sounds like annoyed, and especially he looks at the dwarf and the hobbit, kind of like in disgust.
Yes, we are in search of missing townfolk from Bree. We mean no offense. We are taking as straight a path as we can, but we have reason to believe that they are down near the Grey Marsh, and we are seeking to travel as swiftly as possible to our destination
So
and
let's
recover some lost dwarves.
okay. So you want to pass on without any sort of trouble, because let's determine what we want to learn or get, or maybe from these elves, right? We're gonna do another little kind of mini council here,
Sure.
sort of session. So you just want to say, like, hey, let us go. Do you guys want to
Yeah,
try
so
and get any
my goal would be
information out
not
of here?
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my goal.
I mean, I think I want to like kind of do the angle of like, you hate dwarves, we hate you. You probably saw two dwarves come down here, so you probably remember, like kind of like there. That's something you would remember, not just like because you hate them so much. So I'm gonna kind of pull on their vendetta to see if they saw
Okay.
what happened.
All right. The enemy of my enemy is my
That's
friend.
right.
I'd probably try to persuade them if that's what I can use persuasion for, to
Sure.
just not fight. We don't need to fight. We can just go along our way and not bother them.
I'd like
Okay.
to tell them a riddle about shelves.
Shelves. Oh, you want to use riddle? Okay.
Yeah, that's
An
why I
elf
would
on
use
the
riddle.
shelf.
yeah. I want to tell them a story of my people about elves
Oh
on
my
shelves.
god.
Okay, Rufus, do you want to do anything? Do you want to use some courtesy or song
I would-
or?
I think Rufus wants to be a little courteous and is going to be very like this might be the first time he's encountered elves in the wild, so he's super in awe, and so he's probably going to be like bowing and stuff and calling them like sir and the lord and all that weird stuff that just makes no sense. So he's gonna do, but he's going to be very affable about it all.
Chat says offer them the gift of one of your musical songs, Rufus, in exchange for free passage. Elves love singing.
So I thought about that, but
No, I think Logan's saying to give them Rufus. I don't think he's saying to give them a
I
song.
think
I think he's.
Gotcha.
We could
All right,
we
so
could
use
let
your
that
courtesy.
slide.
Typically, roofing new people does not like engender goodwill.
All right, so we've determined what we want to get out of them and what our course of action is. I've got some target numbers based off of modifiers. Let's go ahead and make our rolls and determine whether or not you succeed in what you're trying to do, and that's going to determine where we go from here with these lovely elves. You were warned of
skill would
elves
you
coming
think?
out of Rivendell, along
yeah.
along the way, and you're told that they are not friendly to dwarves.
Mm.
Matt, would you say mine would probably also be like a persuade wits type?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Can I roll
Darn.
lore, like, because I'm arguing about our past and hating each other?
Sure.
I rolled a 21 on persuade.
Excellent.
That's
Did
with
you
my 3d6s
just
and 1d12.
And
Yeah.
did you get an 11 or anything like that?
No.
Nope.
Ooh, nice.
We don't have any Saurons. Pardon me.
I got a 10 on my courtesy.
I got a
31.
20.
Oh, Melissa
You
got
sing
a
a
12.
song about Sauron.
nice
Is it a
success.
Sauron aid?
I rolled explore, if that works.
That works, and you got a 12 for Gandalf. Your Gandalf die.
Yeah, so you automatically succeed.
I'm just
I
looking
got
at
21.
Holy crap.
Got-
Okay, so
only got 11.
who succeeded? I'll just ask that. I know Matilda,
Wolf.
Wolf,
I did.
and Kelda.
And my persuasion.
Held it.
Okay. So we got 3 successes. Did any of you have 6s on your successes,
good
on your
question.
D6? Because that's additional degrees of success.
I had
Yes.
one.
I had
Oh.
I
one.
also had one.
Oh,
So we had three elven runes.
very good. Okay, that's going to help because you guys have a lot of things going against you in this situation. So, no, you want that. You want those bonuses on those 6s. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so Matilda and Kelda, he's more inclined to talk to the two of you. Wolf, not so much. He will, acknowledge you're there, but he'll relay the information to the two of them rather than you to the question that you had asked, and was able to successfully get across. So he says, yeah, we tracked some dwarves, 2 dwarves. In fact, a few days ago, we were keeping an eye on them. We didn't know what they were up to around here. We saw they were heading south, and we lost track of them one night. They simply disappeared from their encampment.
So you can point us towards that encampment then.
I could. Why would I want to do so, though? Why would I want to help you? And he kind of glances at the dwarf.
The sooner you tell us, the sooner we're out of here. You don't like us, and we'll be gone faster. That seems like it benefits you.
You can tell us exactly where to go. We can make a straight line there and a straight line on.
I have a map. Just point.
You
Matilda,
hold up the
hold
map,
map.
and he just...
I'll hand it to Matilda.
All right, yeah, because
Yeah,
he
I'll
won't
take the
take it
map
from
and-
you. He takes it from Matilda, and he opens it up and shows you. He says, we tracked them along here, southward. The camp was here, and he's pointing this all out to the map on the map to you. This is where the encampment was, where we lost track of them. This is where we last saw them, and there has been no sign of them since.
How long ago was that?
It was a few days ago.
Did you see anything in the area that might have caused this disturbance to their camp?
Well, we've also been tracking a stone troll in the area. Maybe it got the two of them.
Orcs, stone trolls. Ugh.
They're not the same thing, just to clarify.
I've read the books.
Yeah. Sure.
I personally think they knew they found they were being followed and they snuck away like cowards.
I mean, isn't that pretty creepy, you following them?
These
Anybody
are,
else disappeared in this area?
These are our woods. We watch over them.
So do you know if anybody's disappeared in this area?
I reiterate for the second time.
No, he looks at you.
Do I need to speak
I
in
am
a
a
third?
hearing
We're
problem.
friends, remember? We're
He
friends.
says,
I persuaded the shit out of you.
Yeah, he says, no.
Until
I'm
the
not-
end.
I'm not aware of any others that have passed through here recently. Like I said, there is a stone troll
Mhm.
that has been seen in the area. We've been keeping watch over it, but most folks have steered clear from here. It's just been the two dwarves.
What are you gonna do with the stone troll? Are you trying to get rid of it, or you just want to tag it so you can find it?
We're just watching it. We're keeping track of it.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't get too close to any civilized dwellings and harm anyone. But right now it's not doing that, so there's no reason to attack it.
I can appreciate that. No reason to fight, so you don't fight. Well, we'd like to find those dwarves and get them out of your woods as fast as we can.
Well, good luck. This is where their last encampment was. You can go there. We checked on it just the other day. There's still remnants of their camp there. Good luck
They're
finding your.
Do you want a hug?
tolerance.
No.
Thank
He
you.
spins around.
We're
His
best
cape,
friends.
his cape twirls, and
We're best friends now.
he walks away with his
We're
troop,
engaged.
his troop of elves. As all of you are still shouting at him as they proceed
I'll
to
miss you.
try to disappear back into the forest.
I'll write you.
I don't even know your name. I love you.
We have multiple characters in love now. I love Rufus. You love the elf on a shelf, and we're heading towards past the stone.
Excuse me. He's an elf off a shelf. Okay.
He's top
Okay.
shelf.
So let's go. We have an idea of where their camp was. Let's go do some investigating.
That was a very difficult encounter to get the information out of them, but with your
Mhm.
successes and your sixes, you did quite well for yourselves, fellowship.
I feel like by the time we get to like combat or something, I'm just going to be rolling ones. Way the early game has been going.
Straight bones. The rest of the
Yeah.
camp.
We did it.
So
I'm so
strange.
proud of us.
More
Yes.
aggro towards dwarves than stone trolls. Like, so, priorities, you know?
Yeah, right?
Hard to erase history.
Matilda will tell Wolf we have our first lead. Let's make haste.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
Yes,
Follow
so you're
that
gonna
trail
you're
to
gonna follow the
the
trail to the encampment. So it's a few more hours travel. I gotta roll my secret die on my side, my marching die.
Let's look in his glasses, see what we can see.
Seen his glasses? What? You've all turned Australian or New Zealand or something.
Sorry.
His glasses. I can't do it. I can't. I gotta do my Jeff impression. That's
Go
bad.
squeeze more, like you're giving yourself
more.
a big hug.
My Rufus impression. All right, so I've rolled my march die. So you make your way in the direction. You actually are picking up on their trail now. You can see footprints. It's much clearer now that you've had the help of these elves show you the way. You make your way, and you find the remnants of a camp. Right where they told you would find it.
Are there troll prints? Big, meaty troll prints.
Very valid question.
I'm
So,
actually wearing troll print pants. Very fetching this time of year.
if you want, all of you can start kind of poking around and make me search rolls to look for traces of these dwarves, where they may have headed, anything that may have happened. Remember, you can also pull on hope. If you want to use hope and
yeah.
add a success die, that is a thing. But remember, at the end of the journey phase, you are getting guaranteed corruption. Guaranteed! And if your corruption meets or exceeds your hope, then you gain the conditions tied to that. So just keep that in mind. But hope is an option. You can roll an additional d6.
Hope is always an option.
Hope is always an option.
Always an option.
So what if you don't hit your target number, but you rolled a 6 on a d6?
Nothing.
Okay.
You need to meet or exceed. Did anybody
Yeah,
meet or
I didn't.
exceed their rules?
I didn't hit mine.
Mine's not even worth rolling, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm in the same
It's so
situation.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wow.
basically have to roll a 12 and a d12 to get it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay, well, you find a camp. And they were definitely here at some point. But you're not really able to determine much more than that. You kick it over, you search over, and yeah, they slept here and they were gone. And this is where the elves say they saw them last, and they said they mysteriously disappeared from this site.
This is not good.
Would the insight skill work in the way I've seen it work in other systems where it's like you're like an investigator of sorts, or is insight more about like the like
Probably
reading?
riddle, I guess, in this game.
Oh, that's a good question. Let me scroll over to the insight roll and we can take a look at it.
Cool.
Insight represents the ability to see beyond appearances and to recognize the hidden thoughts and beliefs of people. So,
while you're checking that, I would like the explanation for Riddle Two, because I think that's
Sure.
the one that's the most opaque to me so far.
yeah.
I think it's this, basically.
So, a successful insight roll provides the player heroes with a reliable but partial portrait of the person they are observing. This pure success allows them to correctly guess additional details about the individual state of mind. So it's more like reading people, insight.
Person. Yeah.
Let me see riddle here. Owning its name to the ancient game, the riddle skill represents the ability to draw conclusions from seemingly unconnected scraps of information by deduction, reasoning, and intuition.
There it is.
Can we
Adventurers can
roll
also
riddle?
rely on riddle whenever they are forced to talk about a subject but prefer to conceal part of it. So it's kind of like lying also.
Pig Latin.
Yeah, go ahead. Make me a riddle roll.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I got good riddle too.
I'm kind of a dummy when it comes to riddles.
Hey, Bert. How
I can roll Riddle too, I guess.
7. I passed.
with a 7?
No, I had a 7 above 2.
Hmm.
It was a 14.
Okay, so Rufus just
Wait.
rolled 4 ones.
Good thing that doesn't mean anything in this game.
I think I just died. Oh, everybody. I'm a goblin now. See ya.
Jeez.
Goblin.
You know, if these terrible ghost hobbits around these parts, maybe they scared the dwarves off, you know?
Is there a situation where like if somebody rolls low enough, like in not Eye of Sauron lowing, but low, but like they would start to connect incorrect things? Like, I found a rock. I think
That's
that
a good
means there was
question.
a stone troll here.
I mean, you could always RP it, you know.
From the current build, I've not seen anything
Okay.
like that. Like I said, though, a reminder to everybody who's watching, this is the alpha rules. Things can and will change from what you're seeing tonight. Keep that in mind, please.
Evan, you failed as Wolf, right?
No, I succeeded.
Oh,
I
you did?
succeeded.
Okay. Did anybody fail?
I failed.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like Rufus's all ones would probably just be harassing Gus. Like,
Okay, it's over. Let's look here. Let's do this together.
and it's just you fail because I've been distracting you this whole time. Like it's just absolutely terrible.
You're really testing the limits of our new relationship.
Is that a good thing? Pushing. Oh, never mind.
Gus and
No.
Rufus are talking it out. I'm so proud of them. Wolf, what'd you find?
So, Wolf, you go through the remnants of this encampment, and you find it actually looks like, in fact, 2 dwarves did set up camp here, but it looks like they didn't sleep here. They set it up and they continued on.
I found remnants of dwarven shit, but they left in the middle of the night. Did I get a direction of like where they could have maybe
Yes,
gone?
you know where they're
Okay.
headed, and it looks like they're headed towards the Thairbad ruins, which they were going towards, and they were also going to head over to the Grey Flood. Grey Flood,
Maybe.
which is over by the Thairbad ruins. So this is the direction they were going for, but for some reason they set up camp, but they didn't stop. They just continued on without sleeping.
Right. Maybe it was to trick the elves.
Or that troll.
Oh, the troll. Well, let's follow the path to Tharbad.
Mhm.
Sure.
Indeed.
Well, you'll close down for another night. It's been another day of travel. This is a great place to camp for the night, sleep, and eat. You guys do have rations, don't you? Food.
Of course.
Make stew.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I would never build a character without rations.
Should I hunt?
You
Should I
can
hunt
make a
for
hunt
food?
roll and try. Yeah, and try to
I'll
find
hunt for
something.
food. Yeah, I'll hunt for food. So I'll do my 2 d12s first.
Whoa.
Hold on, no, it's my 2 d12s. Just
Okay.
chill, it's okay. But I did get an 11, so I'm going to go with the 6 instead.
Yep.
But then I will add my 2 d6s. Nope.
Ooh.
Wow, I fail super hard on that. I found a tiny squirrel, but I really liked it, so I let it go. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody.
That was the right decision. That's that. Oh,
Thank you,
job.
Rufus. Thank
Mhm.
you. I
Thank
feel
you.
better. I feel better about myself.
Good. I'm really hungry now, so. But that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Whew.
Mumble Grumble says we can test out the starvation rules because, you know, how will we know without trying? They won't starve after a day. Well, I won't be that mean.
I don't know. I'm pretty hungry.
I could eat a hobbit.
No, Gus, no.
I thought
You
you
will
were
not-
in love.
Like in theory, you could eat a hobbit, but
love.
not this hobbit. I
You
understand.
went from love to eating him.
The distance between love and hate is not very far, and he was very rude while I was trying to riddle out that situation. And now, you know, when someone shows you their true selves, you believe them.
Oh,
I was just helping.
I feel like a breakup is coming.
It's happened.
Oh, maybe we should move on and skip this emotional.
Sure. You guys set up for the
Is there-
night. Your stomachs are grumbling. You're going to go
Yeah.
hungry tonight. You're not going to eat. Rufus offers to make, I don't know, some stone soup.
Oh, lambus bread, Rufus, great. Wait, is that Elvish? I would never eat that.
I found some potatoes.
Oh, go ahead, keep going. You already went there. You got to go for the whole line.
I don't remember the whole thing.
Yeah.
Better remember the whole
Smash
thing or you're
him,
going to get
something.
canceled.
Stick him in a stew.
Something like that. Sorry, Matt. I'm so sorry.
That's okay,
I'll stop.
Rufus. All right. Not too many people have left. Yet. Okay, so close down for the night. We'll head out the next day. Wolf has a good idea of where they're headed. You follow the tracks. You press on. And the next day you make your way to the ruins of Therbad. They are located near the banks of the Grey Flood. And you start poking around. There's old ancient pillars and small marble arches and wet walls, kind of just like poking up everywhere. Just remnants of some ancient city or something that was once here. And it's eerie. It's deadly quiet. You don't see or hear trace of anyone. In fact, you see there's a huge tree nearby, and it is filled with gore crows. Just tons and tons of gore crows sitting there watching the five of you as you kind of like enter the area. They're sitting there silent. Their heads turn as you walk by, just watching silently, eerily. Why don't we start poking around this area and see if we can pick up the trail of our lost dwarves. So again, we can use some scouting skills or whatever skills you want to pull on. Awareness.
We can do riddle again, right?
You can do some riddle.
Nice.
I'll do explore to scout then.
Hunting. Hunting will even get you some information. Ooh.
Well, I Gandalfed, so
The Gandalf Gambit, as they call
I
it.
got a 22.
The Gandalf.
Gandalf and an Elvish ruin. I'm Elven Gandalf.
I got a 16 for hunting, which is good.
Very good. Did
That's
you get
my
any sixes?
No,
Any
I did not.
Okay. Haven't got one.
Yeah, I got a Gandalf and a rune.
All right. So I've got Kelda succeeded. I've got a wolf that succeeded. Anybody else succeed in their rolls?
Is Rufus not rolling again? You just
So,
Kelda's
I'm
a
not
hunter.
too good at any of this. I could do some awareness. Would that work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably the best that I've got going.
Yeah. I'll do the
Kelda's
same.
successfully hunted.
That's on the button again. Yeah, and I got a 6.
Ooh, a 6. Okay. Melissa's using up all of her good rolls. 2 6s.
That's
No,
on the D.
that's
That's
on
on
the
the
D12.
D12s.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
So, no, so I got a 13.
Is that a success? Is that your target number or over?
Over.
Perfect. So you all start poking around. Like I said, this is on the edge of a marsh area. You find that there is a small boat that's been turned over nearby. Looks like somebody or something has turned it over. Looks like there's maybe a sign of a struggle that took place here. A little bit
Like
wrecked.
small, like 2 dwarves small, or like it could fit more than
Possibly. It's poking out from
Okay.
you can see from the surface it's poking out, but it looks like it's in a few feet deep, and it looks like it's damaged.
that. Mm.
Can Matilda try to flip the boat back over?
Yeah, you can go, like I said, it's a few feet deep, so you just kind of wade in, you grab it, you flip it over. As you go to grab it and flip it over, it looks like the bottom of the boat was like slashed at by something, like fangs or claws, not like from a weapon, not from a sword or an axe.
Like up from the bottom?
Correct.
Could I like lore to see if I could identify something like that? Like what kind of creature it could be?
There was that gallows way that was very kindly Northmen mentioned. Does
Yes,
that help?
and
Does that help, Wolf?
I don't think anybody knew what that meant.
I just figured.
I had a book on gallows steed, but I did not have that one.
Oh,
Always the ponies with this group.
I've read a book on gallows humor. Now's not the time. Now's not the time.
You
It
also
probably
find
isn't.
several bones strewn about this whole area of various ages.
I would probably use my successful hunting roll to, like, after seeing, as Matilda sees the slashes in the boat,
Yeah.
I would maybe start like searching in the water
Mm-hmm.
to see if there's a creature in the water,
Yeah.
marsh water.
Marsh water?
And now that I think that something really bad has happened, I'm likely starting to get a little upset because 2 innocent dwarves could have been murdered by a sea creature.
Yeah, so you start like you use your hunt, so you're tracking like whatever came out, whatever did this, whatever caused this. And as you're searching, it looks like there's like trails in the mud, like feet, weird feet with like little claws on them. And it leads you find like old crusted mud footprints. It leads you over to an area within the ruins where there's like a deep dark pool, and they go there and they just end, and there's like an archway sticking up out of the water where these prints go down and into.
Prince end here. I think they flew away.
What?
My roll was exceptionally low.
What is the archway made from?
It is green marble,
Hmm.
and
Can I
it's
roll?
still holding part of an old massive wooden gate.
And it's submerged like in the pool. Partially.
Yeah, it's coming up out of the pool, so it looks like if you go in the pool, it'll lead
Oh, that's creepy.
somewhere.
Do you think Riddle would work as an investigate here? Because insight's more people based.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Kind of checking around the pillars, poking in there, not
Mhm.
trying to get too close and in though.
Would we have rope or something on us?
Yes.
Always.
Whoa!
So I got a 12. I got a Gandalf. A Gandalf!
I can't. I want full Gandalf.
Take a gander at that.
Very good.
Not quite.
You also got the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah,
But Gandalf
which is-
trumps Sauron. 100% something went down there it looks like the dwarves may have gone down there as well. Based off what you're looking at and piecing everything together, they may have fled down there and were also chased or pursued by whatever these things were that caused the scratch marks on the bottom of the boat.
Let's go down to the hole.
Wow, you are very optimistic.
Yeah.
What if we use a rope, tie the front person and the back person, and have like a pulley system in case somebody gets dragged underwater?
How about we tie to the pillar, like that way we're not reliant on one person in the back. No.
I just don't know how much rope we have, but sure. Unlimited?
Unlimited power.
Forever rope.
Forever
Who needs to go
rope.
on an adventure? We have unlimited rope.
We should be selling this. It's like
Just throw it down
Vision.
there.
I'm gonna get, so as you're all standing there, all of a sudden you hear a bell start to ring out, and it sounds like it's coming from underground somewhere. I need all of you to make me a wisdom test, please.
Ooh, how do you
So
do that?
it'll be a D12 plus a D6 because you all have 1 in wisdom right now.
Oh, gotcha. It's based off that. Yeah.
As you hear this bell. Ooh.
Ooh. And then it's based off our stats target number?
Yes.
Okay, I pass.
You pass. Did anybody...
I got an 11.
What is it? What skill is it based off of?
It's just D12 plus D6.
It's based
No,
off
but I mean, like, what am I trying to?
Yeah, which column?
What
is
am I
the
trying to
GN?
beat?
Or
Yeah.
wits, I believe, right?
What's okay? I do not
yeah, I
pass.
failed.
I don't know.
I
Is
failed.
it wits, Matt? Or
Yeah, I'm just looking at your character sheets. Yes, it's wits.
Yeah, I don't pass.
A super fail.
So everybody who
Exceptionally
doesn't
well.
pass, who failed, or who passed actually.
I hit it right on.
I did.
And I got an 11
Okay,
on
so
the
the
D.
2 of you passed.
12.
The other 3, Rufus, Kelda, and Gus. How can I forget the name Gus?
Oh, wait, you failed then, Melissa. That's the Sauron die.
Right, because I got the 11.
Oh, and
So I'm the only one. The
And
dwarf is
Matilda.
the only one who passed.
you all gain a shadow point.
Eye of Sauron.
Ooh, I don't even know what that means.
You all gain a shadow point, and your eyes kind of like glaze over, and they all start walking into the pool in front of them, into the arch. And
Good.
like you're like, hey, what's going on? And like none of them answer you. Like they're being pulled in by this bell that's ringing.
I'm gonna pursue. I don't want them to go down there on their own.
Okay, they're completely transfixed. So they just start walking into the water, walking in. It's going deeper into this, towards this archway, and then all of a sudden their heads go down and they disappear under the water.
I will try to quickly tie a rope to a pillar out here and then follow them.
Okay.
And like hold it in my hand so I can like bring it down with me.
Okay. I like it. All right, so you're just gonna follow them down. The others are transfixed by this bell.
I love this spell.
Mm,
I want to follow it forever.
I failed. I'm also one of the people doing it. Jeez, I was
yeah,
acting
it's all
like
of
I
you
was-
but me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my forever rope.
So they all disappear into
bled.
the dark water. And Wolf, you follow. You swim. You're a dwarf. You don't like swimming. You're not made for that. You're from the mountains. You're from underground. But you go down into the water and you swim. And there's like steps that go down, and it looks like they go back up and open up into like a cavern or something. And that's where all of the 4 of them have gone down and following us. And all of a sudden, they breach the water to where these steps go up and they disappear on the other side. You don't see them. They're on the other side of the water.
Well, I guess I'll just try and keep trudging with my rope.
Okay. You trudge and you come up on the other side. There's some stone steps and a little pool, and it looks like you're in a cavern, a room, like a stone room that was built long ago and has been buried in this marsh ever since. Your 4 companions are laying on the floor around these stone steps, and they look like they're completely passed out. They're out of it. They're on some sort of spell right now.
And so there's a pool and 4 of them laying around the pool. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I will move up to Matilda and I'll try and tie the rope around her and then like see if I can like slap her awake or something.
There we go. Let's do this.
PvP starts now.
So
Right.
there you are.
Well, I guess I'll kill Rufus first. So
People on the
let's get
street.
that out of the way.
We've got a map. We've got a map.
We're,
Let's
we're
get that
short
out of the way.
brothers.
So there's the stone
We're
steps,
short
and then it
brothers.
opens ahead of you into a bigger, larger cavern. The far end, you can see like a faint light shining. It looks like sunlight at the far end. And the ground in front of you looks like it's covered in gore crow droppings and feathers in this big room in front of you. And the four of them, sorry, are all passed out.
Yeah, I'll try and shake Matilda awake or like do something. Hit her on the face, see if it knocks her out of her
Okay,
stupor.
I'll tell you what.
Auto crit.
You can rouse them back with song.
My,
Now,
my.
don't you?
Kale's
I
songbook
have-
has turned.
I'm so bad at it. What is song under? It's under heart.
Strength.
It's strength.
It is strength. Oh.
Right above craft.
Well, I don't have to sing the song because I can't hear it, right?
You absolutely need to sing the song. I can hear
you have to
you.
caress them and sing to them.
I
You can
believe in the
hear you.
alpha rules. It says you have to physically sing it, right, Matt? Right.
No,
Yes.
yeah, you have to sing it.
Right. Mhm.
Totally have to sing it.
Yeah.
I will all like get them together. I'll try and move them so they're like holding hands, and I'll bring out like a little book, like a song book or something.
And then you sing "You Can Trance If You Want to."
Yeah, just in Dwarvish, so it doesn't rhyme at all. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh. You can trance if you want to. You can leave your pool behind.
Oh my
But
God.
if you're in a trance and further you do prance, you'll
He just
leave
jumps
your
in the
friends
pool.
behind.
He just okay, he will sing oh the mines of Moria, oh we go to die. Wait, he's like trying to keep going. He's like, this is like a super like the wrong song to sing, and he's like I will attempt. I will use a hope, I guess, right? So
use some hope.
Yeah. So it gives me an extra D6.
Yeah, it gives you an extra success die.
Okay, I got a question for
Are
you.
you inspired? You're in the dark.
I'm in the dark.
You're in the dark.
So I
gave you that ability because I knew you're going in a dark place. You're inspired
So I get 2 D6 from that,
for
right?
one hope.
Okay, and then I have a third D6, and then my feet roll. Okay. right.
FBT.
Let's hope I can wake you guys up.
Oh.
Okay. That's not a bad start.
Oh, I thought that was your
Oh, baby! You guys are
Whoa.
waking up. 2
and
Elvish
2
runes.
sixes. So
The funeral song comes into play.
the four of you, you're elsewhere. You're dreaming of terrible, horrible things. Bells ringing, strange creatures with glowing eyes in the dark.
People angry at me all the time. It's
And
a
all this-
nightmare.
And all of a sudden, a light breaks in this dream, and you can hear whatever his song was break through, and you all of a sudden you open your eyes, and you start coughing up water. You're all wet. You don't know why. And Wolf is standing there serenading the four of you, and has brought you out of this slumber that has been brought on by the bell.
You may call me Wolf Dolph from here on now.
That was beautiful. I knew you had it in you.
Wolf, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I did go to choir when I was a kid.
Say, that was Song Brothers too.
You know, not to look a gift dwarf in the mouth, but I will say that's an acquired taste.
It's okay.
Matilda sort of distressed by waking up, like holding hands in a circle. Will immediately like get up and get some distance and try to shake herself off.
Yeah. So the stone in this room, it is wet from the five of you coming through this passage. The room itself is completely devoid of like any features, but it opens up into a small hallway up ahead and into a bigger main cavern, and that's where again you can see through. There's like some bird droppings and feathers laying all about, and you can hear like kind of like skittering or chittering every once in a while, echoing through this chamber.
Everybody should draw their weapons.
and at the far end you can see like natural light. Looks like there's a little alcove at the far end of the chamber in front of you, and there's like just faint natural light spilling down into this room.
When Wolf says everyone should draw their weapons, I take out a sheet of paper and start sketching it.
This is unfortunate.
Beer is out and at the ready.
All right.
I reluctantly draw my weapon.
I'm gonna say you have torches on you or something to light the way in this cavern.
Yeah, I can hold a torch and an axe, I guess, and hold it for everybody.
Oh, you can't control your token, can you, Evan? Yeah,
No.
let me get you set up here quickly. What's your character's name? Wolf?
Wolf,
Roof.
Wolf, son of Welf.
Can you do it now? No.
Nope.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So it opens up. There's a little hall in front of you. Opens up into a larger room. You step through. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Is everyone like melee range? We would know, I assume. What
Yes,
people-
you know what weapons are on everyone's backs.
What does Gus and Rufus prefer?
Prefer not to fight personally, but if I have to, I can do the pokey or the shooty. It's fine.
Can I stealth, by the way?
Yes, please.
He just like stealths up and the bell goes off again and he just like falls like
You're gonna roll stealth.
I see the my little Rufus friend trying to hide in shadows and do the same.
Okay.
Nice.
D6 plus 2d12.
Okay, that's best.
I only get a 7.
Okay. So the
16,
five
so
of you
it's
were trying to take in your surroundings, understand what's going on. All of a sudden, you notice Rufus has disappeared, and Gus is standing in a corner, but you all clearly see Gus. Gus, what are you doing?
Gus, get information. I don't.
I'm sorry, I'm at the back of the Gus.
I feel like I regret waking you up.
I'm gonna go peek ahead. Just look. I'm just gonna take a look-see. Just a few, take a few steps forward. Just look around the bends and such. See what I can see with the light.
You want
And
us
the
to move
torches.
on the map? Or no?
Yeah, do you want us to move him?
Yeah, move on the map. Go ahead. Sorry, I was setting up Brendan's token here as well. It wasn't.
Yeah.
set up.
I
All
feel
right,
like the four of us are gonna move together and then Rufus can go do his thing.
So you go into a bigger chamber. And this is a vast vaulted chamber here that you've now walked into. You've seen this room. I know it doesn't show completely. To your right, there is a... looks like it branches off. It's an arched opening. It branches off. There's another one just to the north of it. And another doorway to the north of that. Here, I'm going to move you just to light it up. Or you can move yourself forward.
Okay.
So you've got these branching paths to the east. There's two of them back to back. And just ahead of them... I can't move it. I keep grabbing you on the wrong one. It looks like there's like a stairway and a door. On the left-hand side, on the west side, there are two more of those branching paths to the north. But before them, it looks like there's like a natural cave formation. So you've got these like built pathways, arched pathways to the east and the west, but right away to the west there's one that looks like it's been kind of like broken out of the stone, leads into like a little bit of a cave sort of thing, and there's a door at the far end.
So I'll just do like a scout around.
Sure.
And then I'll come back and I'll sneak up behind Wolf and just tug him on his shirt, be like,
Okay, so this is what I saw.
and then I'll convey everything that you just said in terms of the different
Mhm.
paths. Like,
There's stairs, there's doors, there's an archway, there's like a cave over here. Where you want me to go next?
The 4 archway areas all appear to be the same. It looks like they spill into like a long hallway, and there's like little alcoves in each of them from what you could see when you peered in.
So they look like they're dead ends, like they go to an
Possibly,
ending.
he can't see all the way down them.
Yeah.
The only ones that appear different was the one to your immediate west, which is like into the cave wall, and then there's like stairs and a door at the end, and then there's that little alcove that I mentioned at the far end of this room that has natural light spilling down. It looks like there's a chimney, and there's light coming down the chimney from above because you are underwater now.
Why is there a chimney underwater? That doesn't make sense.
It's a very long chimney.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Maybe-
like a way out or something.
Maybe we go right and then leave the door for the end.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll start stealthing forward a little bit into the kind of right area.
That first alcove, that with the little
Yeah.
with the little bracelet. Okay, so you start going through that area, and looks like there's old cells in here. Like it's all dilapidated. There's like once doors hanging on hinges. Also, really left are the hinges on the walls. There's scraps laying here and about. It looks like there's bones. There's like wet, dirty holes in some of them filled with food waste and scraps. Not like man-made food, but like meat from animals. It looks like there's bones laying around here too, even bones of from like men down here.
None of it's fresh.
Not from what you can tell.
Okay. Okay.
But man-sized, not dwarf-sized.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And that's a dead end or to keep going? Oh, he's
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep going
You can
until
keep going.
until like I kind of come across something different.
Yeah. Pause. As you're poking through there and going through, you can hear some skittering up above from some of the alcoves up ahead.
I'll slowly do like this step back a little bit, and then I'll try to like signal if I can, if they can see me. Be like,
Okay.
and then bravely, because I'm brave, I will take a couple steps forward and see if I can see what's making the skittering sound.
As you take a few steps
Stealthily.
Stealthily. Oh, are you rolling stealth again, or?
If you like me to, I can. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me stealth.
Okay.
You got hope too if you. Oh, you don't need it.
Holy moly!
So that's gonna be a 26 total.
And an elf.
26 and an
And
elf.
An elf. Yep.
All right, you sneak forward. I'm gonna say go move up to the next set of alcoves,
Okay.
and you kind of jump, like you hop into one when you start to hear some movement skittering up ahead, and through the light, or from the light behind you, you see 2 humanoids kind of like poking their heads out, one in each alcove. They got these big kind of like dead white eyes, and they're kind of, it looks like they're almost kind of like laying in wait, and they're humanoid creatures, but it looks like they have like this clammy pale flesh hanging off of them, and like I said, big dead eyes. And you look down the ground, you notice there are wet footprints leading to these alcoves.
Okay.
So then I'll try to stealthily move back to the party and
I'll
prepare them.
yeah, I'll keep, you can keep your roll. I'm not gonna make you roll it again. You start kind of backpedaling.
So
to
to
them.
like human people with like fleshy skin and they were like soaking wet and they were like looking around. I think they're waiting to like ambush us or something.
So do most humans not have fleshy skin, according to you?
But like, you know, soggy, you know, like it's been in the water a long time.
Didn't we just walk down a pool to get here?
You're giving me some real mixed signals here.
But I mean, okay, you know what? Then fine. You guys can go right ahead. Just go right ahead.
Maybe we sit in these alcoves and make a noise and let them come and sneak them.
Whatever you think.
But
I mean, you're the scholar. That sounds good to me.
okay. Does it look like they were like alerted by the light like that we were producing? Like the
I will call you Lumpkin now. Rufus, Because you are a lumpkin on this overlay. Rufus, you can tell they are aware of you. You're not too sure. Like Wolf, you ask like if they're the light or whatever.
Mhm.
You guys made a hell of a noise coming up through that pool. You were speaking to one another. They're aware of your presence, and it looks like they're laying a wait. And you can relay that to them.
See
Rufus.
me, but I think they saw the torch and stuff. So that's why I think they're ready to knock us on the noggin.
Maybe we shoot them?
Whatever you like.
Oh, so these caverns, these tunnel caverns that you're going down, all of these archway ones, the roof is quite low in here, like just over 6 feet. So like some of our taller party members need to crouch and hunch through here, and you definitely could not fire a bow if you're in these hallways.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It's up to you guys. We can either just like ditch them, or we could send like our tankiest person to like throw a torch in there, and then we run in.
I could try and go make friends with them. See if they want to be friends with us.
With fleshy, wet people.
Fleshy, wet people are still people.
Well, it sounded like they were a little messed up.
I know that you read a lot of books. You know you're not supposed to judge them by their covers.
Wow, so cliche. He will, with the lack of inaction, he will walk towards with the torch, and I'm gonna get like closer to. I don't know where the alcove is where he was, but I'm gonna try and throw the torch like, down where he kind of was, where he said he found them.
So notice how there's always 2 alcoves, one across from another. There are 2 more alcoves just like that at the end of this hallway, and that's where he's.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it like right here, like in between them, so I can like give us vision for both. And that way everybody can see, and if they want to have like we can't have ranged weapons, but we can all be ready and we can have vision of them. Of the friendly, wet humans that just want to say hi.
And if they seem like they're going to be mean to you, I won't let them. I will let them, Wolf.
I'm so
You're
glad.
my friend.
When they're biting my neck, you will then attack them.
Yes. And maybe
So you're
hit you in the
okay.
process.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So Kelda, you're going up there with Wolf. You're accompanying him. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And he's tossing a torch. I'm not going to make you roll for that. So you throw it forward, and all of a sudden, whoosh, it lights up the end of the hallway. And there are 2 more alcoves, but because of the walls, you can't see in the alcoves. You just hear like skitter, and almost like whimpering coming from the 2 alcoves. But they didn't show themselves. Whatever's down there.
Okay. I'll just walk towards my torch because I think they're scared of light. At least
Okay.
Wolf does.
So Wolf walks forward. Kelda, are you accompanying him?
Yeah,
I'll move.
very closely behind.
Sure, you get up there, and there are one in each of these alcoves. These creatures, these slimy, fleshed, wide-eyed creatures, and they're both covering their eyes from the fire and kind of like screeching at what they see.
Do you speak?
They hiss at you.
Oh. Can I do some sort of check to like identify what they are? Like if it's like was a human that's not a
You can do
human.
a lore,
Lore?
sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Lori.
Lori.
Yeah, that passes.
Okay. No, these are monstrosities. These weren't once men. These are just shambling, horrible creatures that dwell in the dark. You hear stories of, tales of folklore. You tell your kids at night to go to bed. Otherwise, creatures like this will come up out of the ground and scoop them up in the middle of the night and take them away.
Take them on an adventure.
What if we just ignore them and put a torch at the end of the hall?
I mean, we can back away and see if they attempt to follow.
Yeah, and then just leave a torch and we go explore.
Yeah.
Does it seem like they're making any movements toward the torch, like any actual intelligent movements, or
No,
are
they're
they
just,
are they just kind of like
yeah,
light,
they're more like they're
no?
covering their eyes more
Okay.
than anything, and hissing
I would
at
yeah.
the two of you.
I'd probably support the backing away and just not engaging because we don't need to. I don't need to fight. I'm not going to.
Yeah. So I'll pick up the
Actually-
torch and walk back.
Okay, are you leaving a torch there or no?
No, I was gonna leave a torch here, like at the very end of the hallway,
Sure.
so like it covers more ground for us.
Sounds good. So you do that. You can. Are all you moving back up? You're kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, we know what's
Yeah.
down here.
We need to all move together or
Yeah.
they're gonna get one of us.
You can hear as you're walking and the light is starting to leave the hallway and it goes back to darkness. You can hear more skittering in the dark, coming from where they were.
Skitter, never a word that describes something fun.
Yeah, it sounds like they are heading in your direction, but they're always staying just outside of the light of your.
Yeah. So I'll put it like
Torch.
here, like on
Sure.
if there's like a sconce or something, or I'll just lay it on the ground, whatever.
Cool.
And then
Well,
we can just light up another one.
see if there are any more friends. Where we going, Wolf?
We could go up here.
So there's an identical arch to the north. Another one of those.
Strangely, there's a torch at the entrance, and you hear skittering behind it.
Another one of those. There's alcoves, either side, just identical to what you just encountered.
It's like prison cells again, like that same sort
Yeah.
of stuff.
Seems
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It seems like the plan can continue. And I'll put another torch at the entrance and we
Okay.
unless you guys want to go explore it, it's up to you.
What are the chances that we find the dwarves here somewhere? They might be being very quiet.
I could say something in Dwarvish.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Oh, dwarves of Mori, he'll sing
Oh, I'm a
the
dwarf.
Are you just
Dwarvish.
Oh, are you just?
I'm not shouting it. I'm
You're
just singing
shouting
it down the
down here.
hall.
Oh, I'm a
Singing
dwarf.
down the hall. I'll like get in the
All
hallway
right,
down
all right.
here,
I like
and then
dwarf
I'll.
things.
So you
I have the torch.
went lonely like. "Oh, dwarf."
Yeah, he's singing the Dwarvish national anthem.
You start to sing, and you start hearing skittering everywhere, north, east, south, west.
Your
you,
smart
Think-
tracker starts to ping.
like you, yeah, smart tracker, like you've alerted something.
Let's lay a torch down here and then fight whatever's coming for us. Because as we've determined, they're monstrosities, not friends.
Okay, yeah, I'll put a torch at the exit, and then we'll look towards the other direction, and pull out another torch.
Sure. You want to head to the next door to the north, or
Wherever we thought we heard the sounds, like if it's coming from the other side
everywhere?
to the left.
You can't pinpoint.
Oh, okay.
They're coming from
No.
They're just echoing down here.
And we could just try and torch our whole sections, and then that way we can identify where they're going to come from, maybe.
Okay.
The next one up, then I guess is the logical thing to do.
Yeah, sure.
For
That's
us.
the stairs, I think, right?
Wait a second.
Yeah. So there's stairs and
There's stairs here.
a big wooden door in front of you, and there's a short flight of marble steps descending towards the door, and it looks like there's a reinforced door, and it's defaced by claw marks all over it.
Well,
What
the
if we put it? Go ahead, Gus.
The skittering might be like contained on the other side of this door based on those marks, so maybe we need to get on the other side of that door.
Maybe we put a torch at the top of the. Oh my god, I'm losing my accent. Maybe we put a torch at the top of the stairs, and then we try and get in through this door.
Who are you? How did you get into our party? You don't sound like the woman I know.
I will hold the torch and look out, you
Maybe
guys.
the
See if you
that-
can open the door.
That's a really hard phrase to say. Try saying maybe we put a torch at the top of the stairs in Australian, and you'll have a hard time.
I love it. Try putting a torch at the no. Okay.
Oh.
Put
Yeah,
a torch at
right?
the top of the stairs.
Yes.
That's the best I
Come
can
on,
do.
put a torch at the top of the stairs. There we go. Thank you.
All right. You put a torch at the top of the stairs. The light shines through because I said it was defaced, but it looks like it's reinforced. and all of a sudden you hear a couple of voices. Who's there?
Oh, it is I, brother.
Who's I?
We have been sent by Gloin.
Ah! They're here to rescue us! And all of a sudden the door flings open, and you see Balin and Oin saying, "Did you kill all of them?"
I sang our national anthem and I alerted them all.
Not a single one. They're all still alive.
Those creatures are everywhere. How are we going to get out of here?
We are going to
Friendship.
Chimney.
walk the chimney, maybe.
Go up, maybe.
What creatures?
Those horrible things, they chased us down here. And we took refuge here in this old wine cellar. And we've been stuck here ever since.
Well, don't whine about it. Let's try to get out.
What's the plan?
Chimney or water.
I can go investigate the chimney, see if I can do a little climb up it or something.
Yes. I will hand out like another torch to them too, so we just have more light in here.
Yeah, they open the door. And
Yes.
there's a
And it
big,
was the
great
last
old
time we
wine.
saw Rufus.
Sorry, Keldra. What were you saying?
I was saying, and that was the last time we saw Rufus.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't like Matt's face when I threw out that idea.
there's a big, sprawling old wine cellar behind them that they've held up in. Dilapidated shelves, old broken bottles of wine everywhere. But yeah, Rufus, you head over to the chimney. They're
I
happy
like
to
it.
see all of you. But they look like they've been locked in here. They talk about how they've been fending off these things, and their numbers are way too great for the two of them, and probably even for the five of you.
You haven't seen these guys, they're just great. And it kind of a rope, maybe. And like, if there's a way up, I could like tie it, and then you can climb faster.
Sure.
The rope's endless, I heard.
It unlimited. Quite
Yeah.
the magical find.
So I will lean my head underneath like the chimney and look up.
It just like drops on you.
You look up and you see there's a chimney. It leads up, but it looks like there's also a rope hanging down attached to a bell.
Oh no, it's the freaking bell.
Oh.
Is it like you could like touch the rope? Like it's like that low
Oh,
for
it's
him?
dangling down. Like Rufus could get on his little tippy toes and kind of jump and grab it if he wanted
Okay.
to, but it is attached to a bell.
So maybe we torch each of the hallways for one to slow down any ascent from anything in the dark, and then try to get up this rope that is assuredly going to alert everything.
I think we cannot go that way, but I think we can light the rope so that it cannot be told. The bell.
Yeah, didn't this bell make us a little crazy?
Yes, all
Oh,
of you.
right,
I mean-
right.
Yep.
I mean,
You-
if it means that Wolf will sing again, then maybe I'll let it happen. It was so lovely.
It is a
It's like-
secret hobby of mine. I don't want to outshine Rufus. It's the only thing he's got.
Oh,
It really is. No, that's fair.
Let's yeah. Do you want to?
I'm quite sad.
We can light the. I feel like we should light the
I
rope.
cry a lot.
Yeah,
So we'll just like light it up, and then that way nobody can ring the bell.
that's good.
That seems like a good idea now that you've reminded me that that's the thing that's transfixed us.
Yeah, you're like, let's climb it up.
I'm like, let's ring it.
Who-
Let's have a good time.
Wait, the question that I have is, who rang the bell, like, in the first place? Because these creatures are mindless.
There might
Like,
be
they're not smart. So,
a head to the snake.
who is it?
the dwarves.
It was me.
Oh, it was those creatures. They were luring you down here. You were taken by their spell, were you not?
Not
Did
me.
Did it take you, too?
No, we weren't taken in by its spell. We are lucky we escaped down here.
Then how do you know about the spell?
Well, we hear it, and then we hear people come on down, and then they get eaten.
I
She
trust
rings
you
the
less.
Oh, sorry, what did Matilda say?
I was just trying to get more information earlier, just about kind of what they look like, kind of what we're keeping an eye out for.
Yeah. I mean, let's just
Oh.
destroy the rope and then try and leave, right? I mean, attempt to at least.
They describe the creatures that you saw down that alcove.
Okay.
The hallway. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
what it is that we're looking for. Okay.
There
They
was
say,
that
"Oh, there's-
one.
There's hundreds of them. They're never ending in numbers.
So we probably should not fight them, you say?
I wouldn't.
I go and light the bell rope on fire.
Okay, yeah, you just take your torch and it's an old rope. It just lights instantly and just shoots up and burns. And so the two dwarves are like, oh, now we swim our way out of here.
Yes, it's not that bad.
Yeah, would Wolf have a recollection of exactly like how bad that was distance-wise? Because we obviously wouldn't. We were all transfixed.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like, you can all easily swim it. You hold your breath not too
okay.
long. And yeah,
Right,
he
sure.
relays that. Because, yeah, no, that's a really good point. That you all of you have no idea. Like, okay,
Yeah.
how did I get down here?
As far as I know, I just woke up down there, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll try and go towards the exit with the torches out and the water, right? I mean,
Sure.
unless we want to fight a bunch of little golems,
Golems?
golem juniors.
Well, that's the third pillar. Combat.
Well, sometimes you avoid it.
Would you like us to engage in
Or
the third pillar
sometimes
of
it
combat?
avoids you. No. Do what you
Rufus
do what you will.
stabs Wolf.
Do what you may.
Ah!
Do what you may.
The
There
battle
was
was in you all along. Actually, it's the sword that's in you all along.
There was
I
also
mean-
that one like earthy path. Like there was all these
Yeah, and
different.
that door.
Yeah, so we could always.
We
see
can ask the
that, so-
dwarves.
Yeah.
Should we explore more or exit?
Ah,
Is there any treasure down here, you think?
there-
I like treasure. I hunt it.
Oh, well, there may be. There's rumor of a great treasure buried somewhere in this area, and it may be over there for all we know.
Oh, y'all, I really like treasure. I mean, it's like my class and everything. What do you think?
I feel like he's trying to get us to fight creatures, so we should
I think
probably
so.
go.
I think we're supposed to show off some mechanics here, and I
Yes.
happen to really like treasure.
The third pillar
One of the
must
dwarves-
be.
One of the dwarves has a very dire illness that can only be cured by us finding treasure.
He needs the blood. All right, let's head to the earthy path then, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to head down that
Speaker
way?
is out. Heading there.
Oh.
Bring our dwarves with us.
Oh, as you head. Oh, there's a
whoa, I went way too far.
Head over there. Oh no! Let's go to combat.
No.
Third pillar.
Matt, what were you doing?
All of a sudden, you start walking over,
Man, you
and
said combat, not
The-
full-out warfare.
the room is. You see
Matt.
these eyes glinting, and the light is catching them, and it looks like they're everywhere. You hear the skittering and sucking noises, and these creatures are everywhere, and they just seem to multiply. So let's do some combat.
You sneak, you dirty sneak, you dirty birdie sneak.
TPK? Maybe. No, we can't kill them.
Nah, we got this.
Oh,
Maybe.
confidence like that. Okay, so combat. You all get to go first. Let's open up. I have the combat information here. There's a few things. So what you need to do is you need to choose a stance. It's the first thing you need to do. I have all the stances listed in there in the combat document. This room is high enough that you will be able to fire arrows in it. It's just down those narrow hallways that was really low. So you get to choose a stance. There's a forward stance for close combat, an open stance for close combat, a defensive stance for close combat, and a rearward stance for ranged. All of you are able to find that document because we're going to need this as we go through combat. We'll walk through it together. You'll notice all the different stances have advantages and disadvantages to them. Like, for example, the forward stance, you gain a +1, so an extra success die to your roll, but all adversaries engaged with you get a +1 to their roll. So it's like a reckless attack sort of thing. Open stance, you get no advantage or disadvantage. Defensive stance, you have a -1 success die to your roll, but attackers get a -1 to their roll as well. So what you want to do first is, the first thing you want to do is choose your stance for this combat that's going to break out.
It's for the whole combat or each round?
No, each round you're going to choose a different stance.
Okay.
I'm gonna go open stance because I'm not sure how hard these things hit,
Sure.
and so I don't know what I'm getting into.
Yep, I'm open stance as well. It's my best roll, and it makes sense.
I am going to open as well.
Happenstance.
Open sesame.
Open sesame. I love it. This image I'm using for these things also is from the Kickstarter. All the images that are used in here tonight, well, I made the map myself. But like the images for the tokens, the images in the game, these are all from the One Ring 2nd Edition Kickstarter. If people are curious, I took them all from that stuff. But the map is me.
Okay, question. So like, can we like move, or
Yes.
how is that going to work? Okay.
All
So
right.
I'm just curious, like, does our stance make sense if we're not engaged yet? You know?
So the next thing you do is
Right.
scroll down, player actions. So when it's your turn to act, players must choose one main action for their player here to perform and one secondary action. So examples of main actions: recovering a position after being knocked back, recovering a weapon or helm or shield that was previously dropped, carrying a fallen ally to safety, moving across the battlefield, and so on. So moving across the battlefield would be like a great distance. Examples of secondary actions include advancing or retreating while fighting, trying to locate someone on the battlefield, drawing a weapon, or removing a helm. So you get a main and a secondary.
Okay.
And they can happen in either order. It doesn't, like, the secondary can
Yeah.
come before the main. Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
And then you make your attack roll, and that's when we get into the piercing blows and all that. So in combat, the players always get to go first.
Oh, nice.
And then these guys get to act. So it's going to be based off of your stance, who goes first. It's in order of stance, and if there's a tie, then it was wits, if I remember correctly, as the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Well, we've got a few. Is pretty much everybody open stance? I think.
Open.
Protective, defensive.
Okay.
So
we've got-
Uh,
More like pensive.
I've got
We'll
to
be all
protect
right,
my
Rufus.
song, brother. He just found his joy in life to sing. I don't want him to fall now.
So yeah, I'm gonna be clinging to Wolf and got the spear out, protecting him the whole time.
Protecting Wolf. Nice.
okay.
I'm an
So
open and I only have 2 wits, so
Two?
I would
Okay,
not
who's-
be.
Everybody open. What are your wits?
5.
5.
Oof. So Gus and Wolf, choose who wants to go first in open stance. What do you want to between the two of you?
You know what, Wolf? You go ahead first. Gus is at the back of the
Okay, an
bus.
open stance. So I can move, but then I can't attack, right? That's what we said.
Yeah, because you're gonna close the gap
Moving's
on
a
this
main
one.
action.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could then pull out my bow and then take a shot, right? Because it says drawing a weapon.
Yeah, drawing a weapon is the secondary. Yep, that's
Okay,
correct.
I'll try that then. I was gonna
Matt,
try
what's the
something else, but
difference between secondary action advancing and moving across the battlefield? Because moving across the
Oh
battlefield
yeah,
is
I'm
main,
sorry. Yeah,
and then
advancing or retreating while fighting. So advance while fighting. You can move forward and attack. I'm sorry.
okay, I'm gonna do that, and I have a torch, so I'm gonna
Move-
move towards.
Move across the battlefield, I'd say, is like a great distance. Again, these are the alpha rules, people.
Yeah.
Things will change, so follow. Take this with a grain of salt what you're seeing tonight, because things will change. We're using the current build of the rules.
All right, I will charge forth. So what do I roll? I have 2 in axes.
Yep. So you're gonna
And
roll
what-
your feet die, and then 2d6s.
Okay.
Are your rolls favored because it's dark? If you spend a hope,
Technically, yeah.
you can spend a hope, and you can get 2 more d6s.
Sure. Let's do that. Let me put it at 7. Okay, so I get I get a bunch. So 1d12. Oh, a Gandalf.
Gandalf automatically succeeds. Okay, cool.
And I get
Now, if you get 6s on these dice, it also has mechanical effects. You can cash in the Elvish runes. To
no
do
6s.
runes, I should say, not ruins. Runes to do additional things in combat.
Okay, so I got a 21.
Okay.
And my edge is 10. So it hurts them, right? It's a piercing blow.
Yes. So you automatically do the amount of damage that's listed on your.
Okay, 5.
So 5 points of damage to this thing. And you get a piercing blow.
And the injury is 18.
So for everybody watching, if every weapon has base damage, or the damage does, it has an edge rating and it has a wound rating. So if your feet die rolls equal to or greater than the edge rating or the edge number on your weapon, you get to then do a piercing blow against your target, which is the where you get to do more damage or more things to them, do injuries on them and such. So an attack roll produces a piercing blow if its feat die result is equal to or higher than the edge rating of your weapon. The target number for the roll is equal to the injury rating of the weapon used by the attacker. So
Which is 18.
Okay. Roll their feat die plus the number of successes equal to the protection value of their armor. Okay, cool. I will roll for these guys. I have stats for these creatures. So how much?
An 18 is what they have to beat.
Ooh.
Pretty high.
Okay, yeah, it fails. So you do 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It has an endurance higher than that, but you cause a wound with your piercing blow. So creatures have endurance, but they also have a wound thresholds. And this is where you kind of get into it where, like, you go above and beyond and cool things happen. Like, a wound is deadlier than just a regular attack or weapon. So these things only have a wound threshold of 1. So you spin around, you cut this thing, but you get it in just the right spot that you cause a wound, and it, like, shrieks and falls to the ground and dies.
Nice.
You killed it with a wound. This is where piercing blows really come into play, and you want them in this game. Dead. All right, so Gus, it's up to you now.
So, similarly, I'm going to move forward and attack. I don't have anything ranged, though.
Okay.
So I'm going to move up to the closest one by my other warrior companions here.
Sure.
And let's see. Okay, just want to double check. So, first time rolling a weapon, I roll a D12.
Yep.
And anything else with that, or just a D12?
Which weapon are you using?
I'm using my axe because it does the most damage and injury potentially.
And how many skill points do you have for axe? Should be right above your, or right underneath your skills, I believe, on your character sheet.
Say proficiency, like weapon proficiency.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. I'd actually rather do spear then. I missed that second section that was underneath skill. So now I understand. I'll add 2 D6 because I'm 2 in spear, and then the D12. Gotcha. Okay, that was the thing that I was missing. Okay. 2d6.
Mess
plus.
this thing up. Run it
I am
through
gonna
with your
try.
spear.
Good start.
No. All right. And.
Oh, you got a
after-
6. Okay. So
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
got
get
a
to that
6.
now. You got a 6 on your.
Yeah,
So did you beat your target number?
I did.
Perfect. So you hit it. You do. How much damage does your spear do?
My spear does 4 damage, and it has an
Perfect.
edge of 8.
Okay. You did not exceed 8 on your feet die, so you're not going to get a
No.
piercing blow, but you get to cash in that 6 now.
Okay.
And that is under special damage. So if you open up the special damage, you'll see heavy blow, break shield, pierce, shield thrust, and it says like
Yep.
elf, 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 elf. So the number
Yeah.
of elf symbols you get, like 6s,
Yeah.
means you can cash in to do one of those things. If it costs 1, you can cash in 1 to do that.
Oh.
So it's kind of like, yeah, there's some other games out there as well. When you get additional successes, you can use them to do additional things. So aside from damage, aside from piercing blows, you also have this special damage that you can cause against enemies.
Okay, well, so this special damage will allow me with a bow or spear and 1 elf to essentially roll that extra piercing damage regardless of the outcome of my feat die. So I think that's what I'd like to do there. I think that sounds good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, piercing, like your eyes, Matt.
Well, thank you. You're making
The
me
glasses
blush.
can't make them, can't hide those eyes. Mm.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that
You
seems
can
like
do
a
it.
really good one.
Okay, I'm gonna
Damage
roll
is
for
free
this thing.
injury.
That's the main reason I was thinking, Evan. Like, that seems good.
You run over, you run this thing right through your spear. It's like stuck on the spear, and you kind of like fling it back down to the ground.
And I yell at everyone with gusto.
All right, who is next with the Kelda?
I think so.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to run up to this friend right here. I'm gonna roll, let's see, 1d12, 2d6. I have my longsword out. I'm two-handing with my longsword.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't, I don't get any bonuses to attack with my two-handing. I'm just going with it. Like, if I inflict an injury, it looks like, does it actually matter?
Yeah.
So let's see what this does. Oh no, nope, that's bad.
That's
That's real bad.
What did you get?
That's
You
real
didn't
bad.
get Sauron or anything. So you just
No, I
ran
didn't.
up. This thing like hisses at you, and you swing at it, and it just leaps out of the way.
I swing at it and I catch like some gooey flesh that was already detached from it, and I'm
Ugh.
like, ah, Snickers.
You fling it back at the others. Snickers. The dwarves are shouting, "Hurry up, let's go! There's hundreds of these things! You don't fight them! Let's get the heck out of here!" Matilda, over to you. They're rushing. They're going to the door. They're like, you're running offense, or you're running defense for them, and they're getting out of here.
Yeah.
I'll just make sure to just do one more attack just to make sure that they've
Sure.
got a clean exit. So I'm doing my spear, which I've got 3. Great spear has 3 proficiency.
Yeah, you've got a great spear. You and Kelda have like
Ugh,
badass
What is
weapons.
that?
that was an
roll?
awful roll. Yeah.
Great spear and longsword.
3,
You
1, 1,
predicted
2.
it, Melissa. You're like, once combat starts, I'm gonna roll terrible.
You did say
You did
that.
say it. You
I
called
did.
it.
We did it together, Melissa. Together.
With the power of friendship.
All right.
So I swipe. And
Okay, you swipe at this thing and it hisses at you, and all right, that takes us over to Rufus.
Right, so I see my short and song brother run in, and so I'm like, okay.
So I'm gonna get the spear out. I'm gonna charge, and you're gonna see me try to like just sort of like stealthily move up behind him and kind of get in proximity. And so I'm gonna be ready to poke at anything that might come out. So I'm going to advance.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm not going to attack. I'm actually, for my main action, I'm going to do the combat task for defensive stance, which is making a athletics or stealth roll as my main action. And if this is successful, it boosts Wolf's parry rating. Does that make sense?
Cool.
So then my stealth is going to be 1, 2, 3, and then I got 2 d12s.
Holy moly.
I got a 12.
You got a
I
Gandalf
Gando,
and an Elven.
You got
and
a
a
Gando?
D6.
All right. So I'm at
there's-
success.
There's a D12. So does a D12 count as like just like a straight up success? Right.
Your
It's like an
12
auto
is
success.
like no matter what else you have on the dice, it is a success. It hits.
Okay. So basically, Wolf, a tiny little like. It's almost just like a gust of wind that's just whirling around. You can't even see me. I'm so stealthy. And I'm just like going in and out of like your shadow as you're looking around just to protect you, to make sure you're okay. And that means you're going to get something like a +4, I think, to your parry if anything attacks you.
Nice.
I'll make it a +5 because of your extra success, your 6 there.
Cool.
Your little bonus. Your song
Nothing to-
brother.
We're short.
I really like his voice.
I really like him. So I love the baritone.
Who knew we would
I'm more
have
of an
so much in
alto,
common?
All right. So Balin and Oin they're going to the water. They're like, "Run, you fools! You'll never stop them. There's too many of them." And now they get to attack. All y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Now is their turn.
Yeah, I was reading I did open stance because I was reading the song that you can do for the open stance task. So I didn't realize it healed. I was gonna do that because I thought it would like give everyone bonus dice, but
Yeah.
All right, so I have to beat your parry. So I'm just gonna go down the line here. I'm gonna attack. What's your name? Dwarfy McDwarfson. Wolf
Whoa.
first.
Oh, you got it.
I have a +5 to it.
Yep.
Right? Okay. You have to beat a 20.
Oh.
BT dubs.
Okay. Thank you. BT dubs.
I've got your back, brother.
I feel so safe and secure.
I feel like Evan's like, nah, that's okay. I'm fine.
Okay, it missed.
I do have a torch. Does that give me a bonus?
No.
Oh.
These things are just like coming at you relentlessly. Next one's gonna try and hit you, Rufus.
So they, in addition to, okay, so they have a -1 to their attacks. I think it is. So
Okay.
all adversaries engaged with me lose -1 to their attack.
Perfect.
That's
I rolled a
cool.
15.
That will be a miss.
All right.
I have an 18.
Gus, there is no one adjacent to you, but Kelda, there's someone adjacent to you, so it's going to try and swipe back at you.
Do I add anything to my parry?
You
Just
took
my
just the
parry.
regular stance, right?
I
Or
just
were
took
you-
Yeah, he
regular
took
stance,
open.
yep.
Yeah, so
Okay.
nothing. Yeah.
Open.
No-
Okay,
nothing
cool.
else.
You're looking for 16.
I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
It does
Ow!
3 points of damage,
Oh.
so that comes off your endurance, and it did not get a piercing blow.
Okay. Cool.
And Matilda,
Also an open.
open. I
Parry
rolled
is 16.
a 20,
That's
and
good.
I did not get a piercing blow, and again, 3 damage to you as well. It bites at you, the two of you. It's like gnawing and biting it at you as you're trying to fend them off. It's gonna go back to you. As you're standing there trying to fight these things off, you just see more and more of these eyes reflecting off your lights appearing down the hallways behind them. Like, for everyone you kill, it seems like there's 2 more that take their place.
Hmm.
What do you want to
Maybe-
do? It's back to you.
Maybe a treasure for another day. I'll start running.
Treasure for another day.
So I can use my main action and my secondary action to run, right? I don't know how far that you want me to get about that, but
Yeah, advancing or retreating while fighting. So that's your fast one, your secondary, sorry, and your primary. It could be like moving across the battlefield. So you're just like, peace. I'm following my dwarven brothers.
yeah, I'll get wherever you think is good.
Yep. Well, you can get to the pool.
All right, I'm dipping in the pool.
All right. Who? All right, Gus. What do you want to do?
So Gus, having successfully defeated one of these in combat, is feeling very, very excited.
Yes.
And I think he's going to go into a forward stance,
Ooh.
just to try that out, just to see how that works.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to move forward to the one that's by, let's see. Actually, where's Wolf here? Is
Wolf
is
just ran
Lumpkin-
away.
I ran in the
Oh.
pool. I sprinted by.
Oh, okay, because I know Lumpkin was trying to help Wolf, and I'm like, is the token on Wolf's token? I'm gonna move up to the one by Lumpkin then and attack. And so with the forward stance, I get a +1. All right, so that is 2d6.
He did not hear my words.
No, I didn't.
He is
That's
he is
just
brave.
Control C, Control V, Control C.
I know, right?
Control V.
Jeff, don't pay attention to that. So remember, you also have your distinctive features you can pull on to get an additional success. So if you're proud or brave or something like that, too, you can
I'm
also...
generous and true-hearted, and I think my true-heartedness is why I'm, attempting to help Rufus here.
I agree. I
So you get an extra D6, right? If you
an
pull
extra
on it?
D6 to your
Right.
roll.
All right,
I like
so
that.
I'm doing it.
Woo!
Yep, and one of those is a 6.
All right.
So I get to do a special thing, and that is gonna be I'm gonna use the piercing blow again.
I like
It
it.
seems
All right.
good. It seems real good with a spear.
Piercing blow is... I like the options of combat in this game. So far,
Yeah.
from what they've released, I really like all of the options in combat.
Yeah, I'm enjoying spearing things a lot.
Just skewering.
I don't want to leave. How many of these are there? Can you make more?
I can.
Fantastic. We have an understanding.
All right, you run another one through. Hisses. You kind of glance at your spear, and all of a sudden you catch it and skewer it.
I'm supposed to be a treasure hunter, but I'm actually quite the meleeman.
The Milliman.
Meleeman.
Kelda, you're up next.
So, I would probably like seeing how many are are like right by Matilda, I would probably invoke fierceness. And maybe I'm not attempting to, and I'll leave this up to you, Matt, whether you think I can do this or not. I'm not going to necessarily attack one of them. I'm going to try to fend them off by doing a long swipe across all of them. So maybe not hurting any of them, but using fierceness to like swipe with it. So I don't know what that would be, whether that would be like an awe potentially.
Yeah.
Or
If you do forward stance, you can do intimidate foe
Oh,
as a combat task. That sounds like what you're about trying to do. And you can use
I can
awe.
do that.
Yeah, it lets you roll awe. So
oh,
I can
neat.
do that, and then I'll invoke fierceness, which is one of my attributes, or it's one of my my distinctive features.
Oh,
What do you
to
think,
add that
Matt?
D6.
I like it a lot. I like an extra D6, like Brendan said, and yeah. So there's combat tasks also that Evan mentioned that depending on your stance, there are other options you can do other than just attacking. So this totally suits. You can roll either awe or battle, whichever's better. And on a successful roll, the enemy's morale has been shaken, and the opponents lose number of hate or resolve points equal to 2 points plus 2 points for each success 6 elf icon rolled. So yeah, you charge over there and you start swiping and shouting at them. Yeah. This is awesome.
Because
Can
I'm
use
starting
hope,
to get
too.
like angry, seeing them like hurting Matilda or trying to hurt Matilda and trying to hurt me. Like I kind of get like a little like, oh, shouldn't have done that.
Oh, Snickers.
Like-
oh, Snickers.
Like Evan said, if you want to use hope,
you can get an extra D6.
an XG6 because you're inspired.
Probably do that as well. So I'll be
Okay.
rolling favor
Badass.
for
Yeah.
awe. And then even though I have 2 in battle, I'm favored for awe. So I'm going to do that to roll my D12 twice. So let's see if either one of those are good. I'm going to take the 8, and then I'm going to roll 3 D6 because I get my base one, I get my one from hope, and then I get my one from my forward stance. So that is a
You
19.
got a 6. You got a
And a
success.
And
Yeah.
I did get a 6.
Okay. This is why we wanted to get into combat, because combat's really cool in this. I love these options. Okay, let's jump over to what you are doing. So 2 points plus 2 points for every 6 you rolled of hate and resolve, and I get to divide them up amongst the bad guys however I see fit. Very good. I just want to take a look at their hate. Alright, Kelda. You're going to cause 2 of them to flee and retreat. So, which 2 do you do? The 2 nearest Matilda?
Yeah, I would like
The
the 2
front
nearest to Matilda. Yeah.
They push their way past their brethren and flee back into the cavern behind them, and screeching and hissing at you, Kelda, as you're swinging your sword and shouting profanities and obscenities at them.
If I had a beep, I would be beeping myself just so you can't actually hear what I'm saying. But
Beep, 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 beep.
I'll be your beep.
beep, beep, beep.
That was cool. Options in combat other than just swinging a sword that make a difference. Matilda, so the 2 in front of you, Kelda runs over, starts swinging at them, cursing at them, and they flee in terror. You now have a
Having
gap
those
between...
options makes us feel like really dynamic and fun. I dig that.
Totally,
For sure.
right? It's like a whole other layer.
Yeah.
Don't forget to run.
Yeah, I moved
Well,
myself.
Yeah,
I moved
Matilda's-
myself because I had to move up on it.
Yeah,
I
and
want to stay
Matilda's
here forever.
gonna kind of just say like, that was great. Let's take advantage of that and let's get out of here. So she's gonna kind of use both.
Sure. You're going to go
To follow
towards
Wolf.
the dark pool that you dove down
Yep.
into and came out of. Yep, that's fine. You book it over there, and Wolf is dipping his toes in the gross pool of water. That takes us to... I don't know, I was going to call you Fergus. No, I don't know where that came from. Fergus. Lumpkin.
How dare you? I thought we were such good friends.
So Lumpkin's like,
Yeah, we're getting them, brother. Brother. Wolf. Uh-oh.
and so I will for my minor, I'll go ahead and start retreating,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll stop around Kelda so that I
Sure.
can, for my main, I'll do my combat task again, and I'll try to do my protection. So like my idea is basically like he's backing away and like poking as he's going. Is sort of the idea, like retreating, but strategically.
Strategically. Oh man, they just keep multiplying. Okay, cool.
Well, if there's that many, maybe I'll just keep going.
I thought, yeah, that's the thing. I saw a couple more coming. I was like, we can do this, and now no, Gus
I
made a
don't
bad.
understand why there's
I just want to roll again in combat.
I was just enjoying using a spear. It was fun.
They ask for advice the whole time and then they ignore it at the very end.
You're the scholar, okay? I was here for treasure, and I have not found it yet.
I've never read a book.
The treasure is the friendship that we get along the way.
I do have a high
That's a
fellowship
success.
score. I mean,
That's a success.
She'll have +2 to parry. I didn't
Awesome.
get any extra stuff, so it's just +2. That's it.
All right. Now
And
it's
I'm like,
Okay, let's move. Come on, come on, come
it's
on.
my creature's turn.
It's just me.
No, Gus is in there with you. Gus was excited.
But I'm in front. I'm protecting Gus in a way with my body and definitely not in the stance that I'm in.
Not in the stance. Well, one of them's gonna run down and go and try to claw at Gus. I hate having.
Wait,
Don't
Gus
bang
or
Gus.
oh, I forgot Gus is all the way back. Oh my god.
Gus was having
Yeah,
fun
Gus-
skewering these
For
things.
some reason I
Remember?
thought Rufus. Yeah, for some reason I thought Rufus.
It's okay. There
instead.
can always be one death, you know.
No, never.
Yeah, no, both of us same time. No.
He walked in willingly.
All right, Gus.
I
for-
saw a few new ones come, but I didn't know that it was an endless
We
trove
killed
of them.
we killed 2. I was like,
Okay,
Actually,
Gus.
we killed
23.
oh
my God.
jeez.
it's like this scene from Airplane.
You might
but
get
they're
a
all just in a
piercing blow.
line to come
Oh,
hit you.
20. Wait,
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I rolled an 11 on my D12. 12 is my total roll.
okay, so in that it goes against my
Parry.
Parry.
You should be good.
You have a
Yeah,
plus one
I-
because the shield.
I have a +2 because of my ability to parry.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I've got a 17 in parry. That's what
Comes
you need to
running
hit.
at you, claws gnashing through the air. It's kind of.
I batter
Fighting-
the side and I say, I live here now.
I live here now.
This is my place.
Kelda, you're gonna have 2 attacking you because you're blocking Lumpkin here.
That-
Do any of them become engaged with me in the process of attacking her?
Do you want them to? Sure.
I'm just saying if they do, they have -1. That's all.
Okay. Sure. One's just because we can. So what's they get negatives to their roll, or does Kelda get bonuses to her?
It's
parry?
both in this case. If only if they're next to me while attacking her, they'll get -1, but she gets +2 no matter what.
And I give that because I'm because I'm a forward stance. They get a +1, so that would balance
Oh,
out.
Thank you. Okay.
That would cancel out.
15.
No,
Okay.
you're looking
And
for 16.
a 13. No.
Okay.
All right,
Get
Willie.
away! Get away!
Actually, it was technically an 18. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Willie, I rolled a 13. Does that hit you? A Lumpkin? I keep
I'm
calling
sorry.
you Willie.
No.
Sorry.
No, come on.
I keep,
I'm so elusive! I'm shaking and baking over here.
all right.
Dipping, you're dodging, doing your little dance.
You see more of these eyes appear out of the darkness. It's over to you. What do you want to do?
Too many eyes.
Balin and Oin, they've already gone. They're out of the water. They've fled. Wolf, are you doing the same?
We did it.
Yep.
Gus,
I will jump in as I'm moving to the pool. I'm so confused why no one's here except you, Matilda. And I'll just go and swim.
Yeah, Gus is on the
Run!
bus now.
Yep, running.
Run.
all right, everybody's running. At this point, you're all running. You hear these things hissing at you. You hear them chasing after you and through the darkness, but you manage to dive into the pool and swim under and come back up on the other side of the marble archway with the broken wooden door on the other side. Balin and Oin are sitting there. What took you so long, you fools?
We had to try out the combat system.
Yeah, there's another pillar.
FYI,
Very,
there was
very
a third pillar
pressured.
we had to do. FYI, Gus, there was treasure down there.
See,
How are we supposed to get to it?
I'm just saying. All right, so
Probably with the way that we were, like blocking off certain aspects and then fighting our way through, like tunneling them. But
That would
I'm
take
just
a long
saying
time.
it wasn't entirely
Yeah,
foolhardy
it would
that I
take a
wanted
long
to spare
time.
them all.
Yeah.
he knew. He's got a nose for treasure.
We
We've
spared
got
them
the
all.
best treasure, though. We've got the stories and the songs to sing, and that's just priceless.
Can I
I
be
agree.
lead with stories?
Yes, actually, you could go in there and you can sing, and then they give you money, and yeah. I mean,
I'm
it happens-
atonal.
Yeah, you do sound a bit off key. Never
Ah.
mind.
So we found them. So
Yeah. Oh, who sent you? Who sent? How did you know we were here?
I feel like we've had this discussion.
Oh, Gloin. Well, where is he?
He's back in Bree.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go to Bree, get your money, and get us to safety.
Yes.
yeah, but let's avoid the elves. We didn't make a lot of good friends with them.
Oh yes, we picked up on them elves. We ditched them their trail as soon as we picked up on them.
Do you want to pack up your tents
Okay.
with your little sleeping bags?
Avoid the elves, but the Northmen were just a delight. They really were.
Very hospitable.
Stop by with them. They probably love you.
We never encountered no Northmen.
Tell
So
them.
Think it was a
Story.
dream?
It was all a dream. We all wake up in our respective beds,
you wake up
and
on the other side of the water, in
Oh
the
no!
in the cave.
We should
Still,
do it again.
Bottom of my heart rolls over. And is
Gus
like,
is
This
like
time Gus is
stream-
running quicker.
Yeah,
This time Gus is running quicker.
Gus
He's
is
learned
getting
his
the
lesson.
All right, so you take Balin and Oin back to Bree, and Gloin is very, very pleased that you were able to do this. He gives you money. He even gives you even more money than he promised. And word spreads of your deeds, and your fellowship grows. And there are more adventures waiting for you in Middle Earth. And that is the end.
Can we have a Rufus song to take us out?
Yeah, one more.
Okay, everybody. Oh, this is gonna go so bad, but everyone just sit still.
I'm ready for you to raise the Rufus.
Okay, alright. Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight. Oh, down beside that red fine line. Oh, you're gonna let it all hang out.
Oh, no.
Long bottom leaf, you make the rockin' world go round.
Boom, 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 boom.
Woo!
So proud of you.
Oh,
That's the
Wonderful.
first time I've heard that one. It's really nice. I take back everything I said about songs.
oh man, thank you. Okay.
It is.
Sorry, Matt.
No, I love it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to the players playing tonight. I roped them into doing this just 2 days prior to this stream, but I hope they had fun. I won't put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Matt,
Great system.
man.
I had maximal fun.
Excellent. Thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. We had a great, excellent crowd tonight joining us for the stream. The One Ring launched on Kickstarter yesterday. It is more than funded. One Ring 2nd Edition, more than funded. I think, has it smashed all of its stretch goals that they've posted
Twice.
so far as well? Twice over.
Yeah, they added more, and then they smashed them again. Yeah.
So it is a success. There is no risk here. If you back it, you are getting this game. It's happening. This was just a glimpse of what you can expect in the final game. Again, this is the alpha build. So things will change between now and then. We didn't show you every aspect of the game as well. I have more rules here. There's more to it. But to allow for the time allotted for this stream, we wanted to show you specifically those 3 pillars. We got that third one in. I'm gonna say that third one's my personal favorite.
Pretty good, yeah.
Out of the 3. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Free League, thank you for providing these rules to us to allow us to show all these wonderful people how it works. And let us know, do you want to see more One Ring on here during the campaign or after the campaign leading up? Because I wouldn't mind doing some more One Ring.
For sure.
All right, everybody, have a great evening, and thank you once again.